Hello, everybody. Welcome to Market Gaming tonight, as we are here for our 35th session of Mystical Mishaps, the crazy chat interactive D&D game that, if you're watching on Twitch, you can interact. If you're listening somewhere else or whatever, sorry, you should join us live so you can actually interact with it with us here. But thank you for being here, though, everyone who is here live with us. We appreciate that. You may be able to tell that we are missing one player. There are some technical difficulties. The mishaps are firing off like crazy tonight, I guess. And hopefully we'll be able to get Ashley with us shortly. But in the meantime, we're going to proceed forward and see what happens this evening. So we're going to start off with some player introductions, and then we can get into tonight's session. So Rachel, kicking us off with the new character art. Take it away.
Pew, 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 pew! Hi, I'm Rachel with new character art. Wow, I blanked totally.
All right.
Good job. And on to the next one.
That's all I got.
That's all we needed, right?
I post my art on Instagram and Twitter and Threads under Pip400 Arts. Tomorrow I will be streaming at 3:30 CST. I don't know what I'm going to stream. We'll see. I have a few things in the works. So come hang out with me. It's always a fun time. We can talk and stuff. In this game, I am playing Eleonora. She is a level 5 warlock. And yeah, I'm excited for whatever is going to happen, because I just said in chat, but I had too many theories, and I know Ashley did too. So did we guess one of them right out of all of them, or did we have one that isn't even right at all? I don't know.
I'll tell you, there was many that were not even right at all. I'm not going to tell you if one was right or not, though.
Sure.
But it was fun listening to some theories this week.
Yes.
Awesome. Player 2 is Kelly.
Hi, I'm Kelly. I play not Raya. My brain is a little slow today because I've been moving all week and I'm really kind of mentally dead. But I play Winifred, who's level 5, which thank God I leveled up last week because I completely forgot that we're level 5 now. So yay! Thank you, past me. And yeah, I feel like this is going to be very interesting to see. So I have my own theories, but also I feel like I'm excited to see what actually is true with this and what happens if we can get back. And also, we're living in a world now where we didn't screw up the last mission so badly, so that's exciting. So mistakes didn't even matter.
We'll see. Awesome. Ashley, as we mentioned, is currently unable to join us, but you can check out her content in our Discord if you would like to. She has awesome prints and things like that she creates, and you can go see those where she posts them in the Discord and go support her in her endeavors there. She plays Euphebia, level 5 druid, and also that Discord we share with Bardic Dice, which is our 4th player, Mike.
That's me, Michael. Hi, guys. I'm just going to start over because that was weird. My name is Michael, also known as Bardic Dice on all the socials. I also stream some D&D on Twitch and YouTube, but we're on hiatus between campaigns. You can go catch ups on our last game, Fates United, what Mark and Rachel were in, all on YouTube with all the episodes there as we're getting prepped for our second campaign. They'll be on the channel coming in the new year called Fates Apart. It'll be super exciting. But today I play Davril. He is the wannabe wizard, but correction, he actually leveled up into Artificer because I couldn't decide at the end of the game. And it's a little bit more, he needed one more level. So he's a level 4 Artificer, double fist now, or double punches now, sorry. And going 1 level wizard, and then going the rest of the way after this so we can get his blade singing and all that. So, super excited.
Super exciting. All right. So yeah, go give Bardic Dice a follow if you haven't already, and show him some support and love. And then I am Mark. I am the Dungeon Master here, and ready to bring some chaos. We have our previous sessions over on YouTube or podcast if you'd like to catch up on those. We have a recap thread in our Discord where you can go back and read through everything. There's also in our Discord a Mishaps channel, Mystical Mishaps channel, that you can go and post gifts during the session. And it's really funny to go look at those. You all find some amazing gifts to post during these sessions that are hilarious. Sometimes the comedy gold that you guys have with your like perfect gift choice. I love it. So
It's true.
go ahead, post those in there. Try to break the players or myself. I don't look as often as the players do, but you still can break me. It's just like super bonus points if you can break anybody who is on stream. But other than that, I don't know if we have much else. We played our second Knowing Nothing last night, so we're going to try to get that uploaded onto YouTube this upcoming week if you want to check that out as well. It's a one-shot we did. The second time we've done something like this where the players know nothing about their character. It was a great time, lots of fun. You can check that out. I ended a little abruptly because I got distracted by a wasp, but that happens. But yeah, I think that's about it for announcements. So we can get started with our intro, and then we can play tonight's session. So let's do that. Find the right button. There we go. All right, we're back, friends, and ready to get into our session this evening. I did pick a song. Let me see what I decided on. This song right here. All right. So, our players have been going through it the past couple sessions. The first session wasn't necessarily... I guess last session was kind of a ride. Not really too weird at the start. They were traveling through the wilderness, trying to get to the city of Lakeside as they appeared on the other side after some strange magical energy. Something happened to them. And they made their way around the lake towards Lakeside. They had a little bit of an encounter by the river where they had to fight some, like, strange sea-looking creatures. But they were able to dispatch of them to have turned into a doll. He's such a doll. But they did eventually make their way around the lake back to the road. It was a 2-day journey, and they made it to Lakeside, where they immediately decided to go and meet with the Watchlight and try to discuss what had happened to them back in Yellowfield. And the crazy energy stuff that was going on there, the charred body that was on the ground. So many questions about what was happening. They tried to explain things, And the guard looked very confused about what they were saying. Like a tower that was blown up. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Talking about like cracks. He had no idea what they were talking about. And he's continued to kind of like ask them questions, finally figured out who they were, getting their names. And he informed them that he was very confused that they were here because 3 of the party had died about a month ago, and Eleonora had died about 2 months ago. And in fact, the 3 others besides Eleonora were currently buried in their graveyard, he said, here in Lakeside. So this sent some people into some spirals, lots of questions and theories about what could be going on. The Watchlight Guard was clearly out of his depth on this one and decided that he was just going to drop them off at Winnie's family's home for the evening and try to get someone who maybe is a little more higher up on this to talk to their manager or something, and drop them off there. So they were heading back to the school. On the way in, Davril noticed a bench that says like in memoriam of Winifred Helor, and decided to keep that to himself for the time being.
For the best.
But they did eventually head up towards Winnie's family's home, the Helor home, and Winnie's mother, Rosella, when she saw her, like immediately grabbed her and hugged her. And the guard is dropping you off and saying, I will work to reconnect with you at some point. Please stay within, at least tell us where you are. Don't leave the city, and keep an eye on you. But I'm hoping we can get somebody to speak with you maybe in the morning or sometime tomorrow. All right. And he turns, start to walk to leave.
Thank you.
What's like... We're at my family's house, you said? Sorry, I cut out for a second.
Yes, you're at your family's house.
Okay. Is it, what's like the demeanor, like the vibe? Like, is everyone just like shocked, or is it like...
Roll an insight roll.
Okay. Also, I'm sorry in advance. My internet is, I'm still figuring it out, and it kind of keeps like cutting out in like bursts. So if I suddenly freeze, I'll come back in a second, but it's just, I don't know. I have to find my, I don't know what's going on. You got an at 20. So at 20.
New place, new disc.
Yeah.
So you can tell, like, your mother is in shock right now that you are here.
Mm-hmm.
There's like joy and shock, like a mixture on her face, as she is like not leaving your side. She's ushering you in and please sit down, and she like pulls some chairs up and sits right next to you. She calls for your father, Mitchell, to come, and he joins her, and he's just shocked as well and comes over to you and sits on the other side of this like couch with you and just like hugs you.
Okay, I think I'll kind of just sit in that because I'm kind of just in shock at the moment, so I don't think I'm going to say anything for a minute. I'm just going to kind of like sit and...
Dab just kind of leans over and whispers to Eleanor and just goes, I guess I just realized we're still strangers to them.
So Eleonora, I think where we ended last time was like she was like not even at the doorway. She was like way in the back. She was like not even looking at the reunion at all. She was kind of like looking off. It actually doesn't really seem like she, like, as she's like ushering people in, like I didn't even come in.
Okay.
And kind of as like Dav is like kind of talking to her as like things are getting situated, I turned to him, and she looks pretty like shaken. And she just says, Davril, I don't think I can be here for this. I need to go.
Miss Allure, we appreciate your hospitality. We're going to, because like I know you're back, so Dav's like going back up to the door to lean in. We're going to leave you guys here for your reunion.
Who are you?
Yeah, exactly. Winnie, we're gonna take a walk. We'll be back, okay?
Oh, okay. Please don't like disappear or anything.
Euphemia, do you want to stay here with Winnie?
Yes. Sure.
Eleanor just says, Davil, can you make sure Winifred's all right? I'll be back tomorrow. I can't. I just need to be alone. I'm sorry. There are many days I could be. I can't do it today.
Where are you going?
I'll be at the end.
Okay.
I'm sorry. And she just leaves. Very quickly.
Well,
Are my parents like, can I get the vibe that they're like gonna be able to answer my questions right now, or does it seem like it's not a good time to even start asking a bunch of questions?
I mean, from just like how happy they are to see you, they are very focused and like grateful that you are here. So
Yeah.
to kind of like try to switch the mood might be a little difficult,
Okay.
but you could try it.
Okay. I guess I won't. I'm not gonna do it yet, just because like. But I guess I'm confused. Yeah, maybe.
Oh,
Oh.
is it working? Is it working?
Is she here?
Is my computer gonna do it?
Whoa.
Oh, hello! Very grainy today.
Whoa.
Okay.
Switch over.
Try again.
Well,
Try talking
Wait,
again.
try again. Say something.
Can you hear me?
much
Okay, just keep
better.
talking.
Is it working?
Okay, I think
Hello?
we're good.
Is it
You can
picking up?
switch it.
Okay.
Yes. Perfect.
Oof. You were like
It was-
still loading in. It was like super robotic.
Yeah.
I know. Well, this is a very old lap, so it's probably a good thing I can't get my my character sheet.
Yeah, it's still a little grainy right now.
Oh no. Okay. Well, I don't have a microphone or headphones for my phone, but I could try that if we want. If we
Like
think
the
that would be
audio is
better.
fine. It's almost like the connection. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
It could just be because it's very ancient.
It's kind of working. It's kind of
It's
working.
okay right now. We're
I
gonna
don't
maybe
know.
see how it goes for now, and if we have to switch a break or something, we
Alright.
can see about doing that.
Yeah, I can try then. Cool.
Okay.
Sorry about
love how
that.
this
I
keeps
don't know
happening
what's going
our stream
on.
specifically, like.
My computer's literally fine. I just hadn't tried audio settings until today, so for whatever reason, I don't know what's going on.
It's frustrating.
Yeah.
All you missed was when he's in the house with their parents, Eleanor just dipped like super quick.
Okay,
And that's
cool.
about it.
She didn't even want anybody to go with her. So.
She didn't, she just left.
And you all have advantage
That
dice as
doesn't
well.
surprise me. Yay, thank you! We'll set that aside. I do not have my character sheet at all, so I may...
Okay. I'll pull yours up just in case.
Thank you. Appreciate
level
that.
5 now. Remember?
Yay!
Yay.
All right. So
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna ask questions currently, but I do because I am like I'm almost waiting for them to ask me, since if they did like bury me, I'm like wondering if they are gonna like eventually ask, but I'm gonna wait because I'm just kind of in shock, so I'll just chill with them, I guess.
yeah. So for now, establishing Eleanor left. You're with your parents. Dav, what are you doing?
Awkwardly sitting in the corner.
He's like really awkwardly still in the door frame of like not knowing whether he wants to stay or leave, and just kind of like.
I will, just because I can see it's like I'm like, oh, this is this is my friend Davril, but yeah,
I
this
miss
is my friend
Lawyer,
Davril.
Mr.
We've been
Lawyer.
traveling together. I don't really know how else to say it in a way that's like not
I guess we're
like
not
you
saying
know
much,
him.
okay.
Like
And Euphemia, what are you
Like-
doing?
I was actually going to leave for a bit and go find a place to maybe do laundry and also go hang out outside for a while. So I probably will just like say I'll be back later.
Okay.
I'll introduce you to him. This is my friend Euphemia. Again, my friends Euphemia and Dravel. We've been traveling together for the last while. And then I guess if you want to leave after that, then that's fine. I just
Dab, you're left alone there.
I'll just give him
I'm
like
so
a look.
sorry, Dab. I'm so sorry.
You know what the funny thing is? Like, he knows everyone else is freaking out more, but the only thing that's going through his head is like, wow, I got scolded for the buddy system so bad, and they're just dipping out on their own one by one. He's like, when we calm down from this, they're totally hearing about this.
Absolutely.
It's like things are still normal in his head almost, like he's in denial of it.
We don't go off alone yet. I will like just kind of obviously see you like uncomfortable, and I'll be like, you can stay or go, whatever you want to do. I don't know. I'm not sure what do you feel like doing?
I'm not gonna go far. I'm gonna do one thing and then I'll come back because we'll get to the bottom of this, but I don't want everyone to split up. But yeah, I'm gonna check out someone. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you time for Miss Allure. It's fantastic to see you again. But I know you don't know that. So she'll hit when you got this. And I'm just gonna lock it from inside and then just shut it on my way out.
Again, Winnie will have a brief thought of, it's good that our terrible impressions my parents are now like we get a do-over. Like a lot of things I'm kind of like amongst all the chaos, have a brief moment of like, it's kind of nice they don't hate me or my friends yet.
We didn't have a thunder wave in your room.
No, so it's gonna destroy my house.
Your room.
Okay. So Dab also takes off. So Winnie, while you're there, your mom is just like, how are you here? What happened? And like we buried you.
Well, I don't exactly know. I'm gonna say some things that's gonna sound very strange, and I just need you to try and believe me for a second, if that's possible. I know, again, it's gonna sound weird. So, okay. How do I explain this? So basically, I left home you met all of my friends before, about, was it like a month ago, maybe? How long ago was it? I don't, like in time.
Yeah.
About a month ago, you met all my friends that you just saw, and we stayed here, and we left, and we went and on the road, and we've been like kind of hunting monsters and things. We were doing all sorts of things all over Lakeside, and we are going to Yellowfield next, and we were just there, and we were traveling back, and while we were on the way back, because we were going to come back to Lakeside, and mishaps, like the magical things that happen, you know what I mean? When I say that. So there have been in my world, or in my experience, I guess, there have been mishaps, and they cause these cracks like in the earth, and when they crack, like things happen. And so a big crack happened. Oh, I'm not explaining this well. A big crack happened, and we got sucked in and spat out outside of like Lakeside. And when we came here, apparently we're in a different timeline of things where we died. But in my world, we didn't die. In my world, we just left normally, and everything was normal, and we were just traveling and stuff. So this all sounds very strange. I know. I'm sorry. I don't really understand it either. But how does it look like I know we're doing a bad job. How does it look like they're receiving this? I feel like there's a lot to explain to people.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Okay. I'm gonna use my reroll.
Oh,
It's
wow.
not-
Okay, alrighty. Go for it.
I want it to be good. Oh, much better. Do I have any persuade extra? I don't think I do. That's why I would need to be. Yeah, 18.
18.
That's as good as I can probably get.
Both your parents kind of exchange a look.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't a story you're making up? Or...
No, I mean, you said you buried me, right? We're in the cemetery. That's what the guy at the watchlight said, right?
Yeah, this is just all very confusing.
It is for me too. I don't really know exactly how it happened or what's going on, but and I mean, apparently my friends were buried too, or at least some of them were buried as well. So I don't um in this world, I guess, or this timeline of things, I think I was probably traveling to Lakeside with them and we died along the way, I think. Um well, okay. So what I've gathered is that in my world, something happened to the tower in Yellowfield where it like exploded, right? A mishap happened and the tower exploded, and some people from the tower came and saved us when we were on the road, I think. And so I think that because in this world that didn't happen, we died on the road. And that's where they brought me back, I think.
They both still like
I don't
look a
know.
little confused at each other, but well, we're just glad you're back with us, and we're very grateful that you're here. We love you, Winifred. We're glad you're here.
I love you guys too. I have a question. Have they? I guess I don't know if this is like up to you or me, but have we ever had like a? Have we ever had like been very affectionate necessarily, or has this been kind of like a rare like? Since I'm back from the dead, suddenly I care more.
This has probably been a little more rare as you've gotten older. Like back when you were younger, they probably were much more affectionate. As time went on, they got less and less.
No, less of a loser. Oh, okay, less of a disappointment. Okay, I love you guys too. This is obviously a lot. Do you mind if I take a walk? Is that okay? I feel like I need to process this. I feel very overwhelmed. Is that all right?
We just got you back in our life. What? You want to just walk?
What?
Can we come with you?
Well, I was gonna go see my grave. Is that I want to see it myself. I don't know. This is hard for me to believe too. I don't know. I don't know if you want to come with me for that.
We can take you there if you want.
Okay, I guess so. Sure.
So they will both kind of gather their coats and get ready to walk with you towards the graveyard.
Okay. I just want to. And I'm having a hard time processing this, so I want to just see it in person.
Sure. So, Eleonora, you were leaving. Where were you heading towards?
I walk down the street very quickly. And I'll probably just go to the inn that we had stayed at after we got kicked out.
Okay.
I'll pay for a room.
Okay. Yeah, room for this one, I believe, is 5 silver. If I remember right.
Yeah. I pay for a room. I go in my room and I just like, as like the like thoughts are just like spiraling of like what is going on, like especially like the thoughts of dying in Arrow Run. Who knows that I'm dead? Like, has word gotten out? And especially like as like I kind of shut the door, I like am just hit with the realization too of like, you know, Nova didn't go to Shadow Rock. So like on top of the confusion of what's happening, it's just like everything that I just worked for has already started to crumble away for the 50th time. And so I think for a while she just like closes the door and just sinks back against the wood and just like head in her knees, just like weeping, like confusion and hopelessness, just losing it.
Yeah.
I have some other things I'll do later, but if you need to.
Yeah, it's good to know for now where you're at. Euphemia, where are you heading off to? Just going to find a laundry spot?
I would like to do laundry first after my unfortunate mishap last time. And then, yeah, I mean,
forgot about that.
yeah. Carrying that around the whole time. So, that would be the first thing I would like to take care of. And then, I have a lot on my mind as well. So finding somewhere, I think we said there was like a couple different gardens at the school or something. Somewhere like that would be adequate. Just, I figure there's not many people out at this time of night.
All right.
A little more secluded for the moment. I also have more I can do, but I can wait too.
Okay. Yeah, you find like a nice quiet spot in the garden. Anything you're doing while you're there?
Yeah. I would like to pick a few different flowers in different colors and then sit on the ground somewhere that people aren't really going to see me. So even if it's kind of like behind some bushes or like out of the way, I want to start kind of making a pattern on the ground with them, like with the flower petals, almost like a little, like a mandala, like a circular pattern that's kind of methodical. And as I'm doing that, just kind of want to let my mind wander about, I think Japnot was coming to mind first, and all of the people that we have lost. So for Euphemia, that would include Japnot, and Butterscotch, I'm realizing, is probably also gone, which is very sad.
Maybe free in the woods, but probably dead.
Most likely dead.
The cat is alive in
I
Northport,
wish.
just to balance the scales a little bit.
That's
well,
true.
okay, she's alive to everyone else. Cat is, but us, I mean, we saw it die, so technically the cultists are also dead in our timeline. I don't know if she can unsee that at the moment. But I do think she's just kind of like setting down colors that she's thinking about all of this loss that's happened and feeling the weight of that a little bit. And by the time she gets to the middle, I would like to make just like a little heart out of some petals for Maribel. As all of this kind of comes back around to why I even left home in the first place. And now basically home and died, so for what? And just kind of have some time with that.
Sure.
I think. Definitely some crying going on.
Sounds good. Some good reflection time.
Yeah.
Others. All right. And then Dav. Let's see, what are you doing? As you leave the Hellor home as well.
Yeah, that was weird. And no, all right, they're gone. And oh, they're all right. He's just gonna walk in, starts walking through the school a little bit. Obviously takes a peek at the evocation class. Like, nice, super cool looking still.
It's nighttime right now, Sue, so everything's kind of closed down for the most part, but.
Yeah, what he remembers of it at least.
Yeah.
But he's gonna go down to Vari's office and try and see if he can't catch her.
Okay.
But being night, figures might not be in the classroom or anything. But also, I was trying to remember. There's the bear artificer thing that she made. Was it Smokey? Was it? Trying to remember the name it went by.
It wasn't Smokey, but I don't
I
remember
didn't think it
what
was
the
Smokey.
name was.
Yeah. That's all I could
Smokey the
think of.
bear,
I
I mean.
that's something Dad would do. I don't think that's something Yari would do.
Give me an
Sorry,
intelligence
Yari.
roll. I'll give you a chance.
All right. I was trying to go through my notes and I was like surprised I didn't write it down. Nah, it's an 8.
All right, not coming back to you right now. You didn't have a lot of
Smokey,
interactions with it, but
growl or something. I don't know.
but you head down to her shop area and are able to knock on the door.
Do I hear anything being worked on inside?
You definitely hear like some clanging of metal, which comes to a stop as you knock, and all of a sudden the door like swings open. You see like Vari there, her hair kind of tossed, just a little sweaty. Looks like she's been working. Just like wipes her brow with a cloth. Who are you? What do you want?
You don't know me, but I know you're from a different plane. You work with, you've been working with, I just had his name. I don't know, Winnie's teacher on the test thing, blow the winds, the answer. You want a bronze dragon egg. You have a really cool bear thing you built, and you know how to use fuser stones to protect this place. Hi, my name's Dav. I died in the woods apparently, but I'm alive.
She like looks in the corner, and this bear like suddenly starts getting closer, looking a little intimidating.
That thing. It's not Smokey, right? I keep forgetting his name.
Who are you?
Again, my name's Dav.
Just studying up on me?
No. I've met you before. You sold us a device that helped keep Mishaps at a low. It worked. I know.
I haven't sold anybody of my orbs.
You did in my version of things. Just hear me out for 2 seconds because
you know that Braun guy?
Braun? Yeah.
You with him?
Yes and no. Like yes, but not yet.
She like reaches down and grabs a pistol from her
Whoa,
holster.
whoa,
You better get out of here real quick. You better not mess with my orbs again. Got it?
I'm not gonna touch your orbs.
Smart
That's what I'm
choice.
trying to explain to you. Right. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. So you know how mishaps work. I'm not here to mess with your stuff, but you know. So long story short, in Yellowfields, there's a tower. It exploded. The adventurers that were guarding there were going through the forest the same time we were on the forest coming here the first time. We got attacked. We would have been taken out and killed, but they saved us. We interacted with some sort of pink mishap, crack energy, and got reset. And because that tower never exploded, those people never saved us. My friend died in another city, and the three of us are buried there. And Winnie has a bench after her name.
Give me a persuasion roll.
We're not trying to do any energy on you or research on you. Persuasion? 16?
She like takes the gun and like begins to raise it up and like hold it in her hand like she's getting ready to like just polish it a little bit with a rag. You better be going. One of the town drunks coming in here and messing with me. I don't want to deal with this.
Do you have any reason to think a mishap would mess with time?
I don't know you. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't know what these cracks are you're talking about. And you work with Braun. That scumbag tried to steal from me.
Well,
now he's rotten.
Again.
In jail.
I've met him. We don't work with him. Oh, he's in jail? That sucks. Good for him.
You'll end up there too if you don't get out of here.
Well, I'm glad your security is higher. Your things work. They do break over time. Maybe the materials could be a little better.
You
but
better
they do work.
Get out of here now. And she just like points for you to leave.
Not a problem. If you do want people to work with, and if you want that bronze egg, we might be in the tavern for a little bit. He walks off. Davro Burza.
Slams the door shut.
Yep, that's what happens when I don't have Eleanor at my side.
Where are you going after that?
What did he want to research? Shoot. Probably Winnie's, unless I can think of what I wanted to research, but
You find the door locked. Up in what he's
right. Yeah, that's fun. Okay. Oh, who needs me more? She's good. Hopefully Ram doesn't kidnap her. I'll go to the inn.
Okay. You start making your way there. It's 5 silver for a room. You can pay for that.
Yeah. I'll ask the front person, be like, yeah, my traveling partner, very fancy dress, blue eyes. She get a room here.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Jeez. 12.
I don't talk about other customers. You should know where your own parties are, right?
In theory, yeah. All right, he's gonna sit down in the tavern area and just kind of he's grabbing a drink.
Okay.
Try to keep the party together, and he can't.
Poor Dev. I feel so bad. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. It's not you. Yeah, that's all his silver. That's fun.
Winifred, you are taken with your parents to the graveyard. And it does have like a little bit of lights that are illuminating the path along the way, but you have dark vision, so it doesn't even matter.
Sure.
But they begin to lead you into like a section of the graveyard.
As I'm entering it, do I recognize, like, are there statues like still there? Like anything that,
Give me a perception roll.
like, does anything look different? Yes, please. 21.
21. You like survey the whole landscape. The for the most part, this graveyard looks about the same as what you would expect. There's not really any differences. As you look over to that section though with the angels, you do notice 3 statues that are sitting there that look to be the ones that you guys had encountered in the past. But each one of them is in its spot currently. And you do not see any crack over the grave on the ground either.
I'm gonna kind of watch them because I'm still scared of them, but I'll continue forward to my grave.
So your parents lead you to a section, and they point, and there is a headstone with your name on it.
Okay. It looks pretty fresh. I'm assuming, like it's
it's
pretty.
new. It's newer.
Okay. Just because I'm morbidly curious, I'm just gonna ask them, like, was I pretty like torn apart when you guys got me back, or?
It's awful.
Okay. Oh, okay. The creature that I think was supposed to have done it, that we ended up actually killing in my world, was like a big mishap creature, and he was all scary, and so I assumed it'd be probably pretty bad if he would have killed us. So good to know. I'm just gonna kind of like just be like looking at it, like all still in shock and not able to really, because also I thought I'd be alone, and so they're just here. I'm like, okay. I need to. Can I look for Dav and Euphemia's graves too? Can I just kind of walk around and see if I can find those?
If you ask your parents, like that's what you're doing,
yeah,
they will begin to lead you to another section of the graveyard. And as you walk to that spot, they point to 3 graves that are all side by side. One with Davril, one with Euphemia, one with Japna.
I'm gonna say, in my world, my Japna's my other friend, and he is okay, and he has a nice horse, and I hope they're okay. But they're not in this world. Anyway, do they have my parents? I'm just like talking to myself. My parents, like, even do they just seem like this is like what is she doing? Like,
I mean,
are
after
they kind
mention
of
of like
following?
my world, they kind of like give each other a
Yeah.
look, but
Okay.
we're just glad you are with us again. We're grateful that
Yeah.
we can still have you.
Yeah. Has anything weird happened, I guess, around town? Like, I don't know, weird creatures appearing or weird things happening around town? Anything like that?
We've heard rumors of something flying at night. They kind of like look up.
Okay. That, Okay. Can I go over to the statues and like look at them? I'm not gonna say anything about it. I'm just gonna go like just kind of be looking and just see.
Yeah, they kind of like walk with you as you walk up to these statues. They look like statues.
I'll just say good craftsmanship and then start walking. And just I think I'm gonna probably walk back. It's nighttime, right? You said at this point. Okay, I think I'll just go home. Yeah, I'm gonna go home. And I guess when I get there, I do want to be like, do you guys mind if I go to sleep? I'd like to, you know, rest if that's okay.
Of course.
Okay.
They kind of like walk with you up to your room because they are trying to spend every second they can with you.
Yeah, I can tell.
They say, we're sorry, we gave Philip away because we didn't know that you'd be coming back to us, but
Where did he go, if you don't mind me asking? Who did you give him to?
we gave him to Ernest.
Science. Oh, okay, good. the animal testing facility. No, so we're thinking of. Oh, okay. That's good. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get him back tomorrow, if that's a thing. But okay. Yes, I'm going to go to bed if that's okay.
Of course. Your mom will like go in again for another hug.
I'll give her like a kind of awkward, like yes, kind of thing.
Are you being a little standoffish to your mom right now, or is this like?
No, I'm just really like kind of just like overwhelmed. I think is more the vibe that I'm giving off. I think 'cause I'm just very overwhelmed. So not being standoffish, just being like. Also, I'm overwhelmed because I feel like I probably haven't had this much affection in a long time too. And since we technically ended kind of, or like last time I saw them, they were like yelling at me and unhappy. So like it feels weird. So I just kind of feel like things are weird and I'm overwhelmed. Yeah.
Of course. So yeah, your mom will hug you, and your dad will even like give you a hug, which is far more rare too. And they'll let you go to bed.
Is it like late where like I know they're gonna go to bed, or is it pretty like early still?
I mean, it's typically the time that they would probably be going to bed.
Okay. I think when I would kind of like I'd be listening and like well actually too I would while I'm waiting for them to kind of calm down and like when I don't hear anything, I'm gonna look through my room and see if I find anything that would like indicate that this world is like or this timeline is any different, like anything, like even my notes, like the things I wrote being like different, or if it's just like split at like what point it's split at, you know what I mean? If it just split like I don't know if that makes any sense, but like I'm just gonna try and look through and see like with my journals and everything like that if I see anything.
Give me an investigation roll.
Okay. I don't think I have any risk for yet. 17.
17. As you look around your room, this like it looks like it's been organized up and it's kind of like left mostly how it is. There's a few things that look like they're in boxes that maybe like your mom had put some stuff into a box and like slid them underneath your desk. But otherwise, everything is exactly as you remember leaving it initially.
Even like my writings and like everything that like even notes I find, like everything seems the same.
Yep.
Like nothing's different.
It all looks the same.
I will then, once I hear that my parents are like probably in bed, I'm gonna try and sneak out of the house.
All right.
Go to, yeah.
Give me a stealth roll.
Oh.
You have a D4, by the way, that was given to you by the chat.
I do. I say, will I be burned into my luck points? That'd be probably yes. Hold on, I don't remember what my stealth is. I have +4 now to my dex. I'll use my blessing actually. Sorry. Okay. 17. I had to work for that 17 too.
So you go and you sneak out the front door and head out. Where are you heading?
How late is it?
I mean, it's getting to be probably close to midnight-ish.
I'm gonna go back to the graveyard actually first.
Okay.
And I want to look for where the crack was and just like literally examine the ground, be on hands and knees, examine the ground, like whatever. Like I want to really try and like really examine the statues. And I know it's a little like maybe you know, risky potentially, but yeah. And also I'm gonna be looking at the sky like flying. I don't know. I'm just really looking for anything to grasp onto.
Okay. So you head back there. Eleanor's at the inn. Dav's at the inn. And Euphemia, where are you heading after your little artistic flower mural?
I would probably stay out pretty late, honestly. Just out in the plants and stuff. I think at some point I would go back to Winnie's house if I can get in.
Okay.
Just since that was our last contact point.
Okay. So, how late would you have stayed out, I guess? That's the question.
Pretty late. I wanted to make sure most people were asleep so I wouldn't have to talk to them. So,
Okay.
You know, likely after midnight.
You will find a locked door then when you come back.
Alright. Yeah. I'm just gonna go back to the garden, honestly, and probably sleep out there.
Okay. It's a little bit cold this evening. Do you have plans for warmth?
It's okay. I mean, I still have all my gear with me, so I'll wrap up in whatever spare clothes and stuff that I have. I should have a bedroll, I would think.
Okay.
Made my peace with being outdoors.
It's definitely a cold night, but you do your best to keep yourself warm. All right.
Still like ruminating over everything, and yeah, just definitely not at ease, but I'm gonna try and sleep anyway.
Okay. Eleanor, you go into bed in your room or anything else as the night stretches onward?
So probably after she's kind of calmed down a little bit, I'd like kind of start trying to think about like some practical ways to plan for tomorrow. I will like take off my like outer dress and wash it. And I like check my notebook, and I'm assuming there's nothing in there. So then kind of like in this like just need to like find some sort of information, or especially like seeing like is like I have power, but like is the connection there anymore? Like what is going on? I write another note in it.
Okay.
And I will send it to you. But for audience sake, essentially what I say is I don't know if you're getting this. I don't even know if you know who I am. My name's Eleanor Edivane. We're business partners. We made an agreement after your right hand saved my life 2 months ago. I'm using your powers to do magic as we speak, yet according to history, we never met. Something must be messing with time itself or your memory, or both. Please contact me. Magic is breaking, and I know you have interest in these things. I'm in the plane of Raditesh in the city of Lakeside, and I say the N, and I say the room number.
Okay.
Solid note.
Thank you.
Sounds good.
And I don't know. It's probably hard for me to fall asleep. I mean, I might try eventually, but...
Mm-hmm. And Dev, you are at that inn as well.
Yeah, he'll at one point, once he's finished with a little bit of his food and probably a few drinks, head up to his room, kind of wash up, shower, all that kind of stuff. He'll do ritual detect magic.
Okay.
And he's going, if it works.
Let me roll for that. Look at that. You get a mishap, friend.
Of course.
It works, but you get a mishap.
This day's getting red.
Can't escape it.
Everyone else would probably feel the things, right? Well, actually, that's a good question. I wonder how far apart we can all.
If we ever feel anything, because that'd be interesting.
Your wisdom goes up by 2 for a temporary amount of time.
Wow!
What if all mishaps are
I
good in this world?
Know what to do.
No.
He's probably sitting there. Goes talking to.
They
Var is
haven't been
probably
so
not the
far.
best idea. Said wisdom goes up by 2, or yeah, not the modifier, just the score. Yeah.
Score goes up by 2.
He's like, yeah, Var was not a good idea. Okay, all right.
You
For the 10 minutes.
sense out though.
Yep.
Detect magic.
He's gonna try and locate the signature of magic that he's used to finding for Eleonora, and basically figure out what room she's staying in.
Okay. You do find the room fairly easily.
Okay.
As you walk outside of it,
Perfect.
there's like a room that you can sense through where
Spell book, awesome, or whatever.
not spell
Whatever.
book.
Wait, yeah,
but-
how what is that would detect me? I don't think I even own anything.
Oh yeah, you didn't have the
magic.
clothes on at that point.
I don't have my clothes. My
Yeah.
book isn't magic.
Are your books all
Not-
magic?
Oh no,
Yeah,
it's
nothing.
not
I figured the
magical.
books.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't sense the book. So yeah, you don't sense
Oh,
anything.
Higgins sending stone.
Got your-
though.
Sending stone. You sense a sending stone. There you go.
Good thing I gave that to her. Glad she bossed me into handing that back. She can take all the magic out of it she wants. And he's not gonna disturb her, but he's just gonna slide down to the like where the door is, the wall like right next to you, he's just gonna slide down. Caught him leaning into the old drunk person, whatever, if that's what everyone wants to think. And he'll fall asleep. Excuse me. Right there, just like it did in the alleyway, just to make sure nothing happens.
You are awoken
When she wants her
a
space.
little bit later
Yeah.
by somebody who's saying, "Sir, do you have a room here?"
Yeah, I do. Here's my key. Leave me alone.
Sir, you cannot sleep in the hallway.
I'm
This
keeping
is not your
watch.
room.
We're doing watches.
I'm the security here. Please head back to your room.
I just
We can't just
so
have people
annoying.
sleeping in the hallway. Come on.
like you gotta
Fire hazard.
Ah,
They'll like help you up and help guide you back to your room.
oh wait, like
The thought was so nice, Doubtful.
oh wait, the other he's gonna push it. He's gonna give it like 15 minutes and go right back
Okay.
until he gets woken up again.
You continue to get woken up as this guy
Yep.
patrols around.
Yeah.
Sir, you
We'll
need to be in
figure
your
this
room.
out. I didn't really sign it. Okay, I didn't sign a contract or anything. It just goes back.
We will expel you from here if you do not follow our.
Yeah.
Rules.
As soon as he leaves, he'll just set up an alarm and then not stay. Go back to his room.
You. 10 minutes. Let's try to get it in there.
I'll just cast it.
Oh, just cast it? Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Let me roll for another chance for miss.
He's like putting copper down real quick.
Your wisdom has gone back to normal by now as well.
Okay.
Look at that. You get another mishap too. My goodness, you are not lucky tonight.
This night sucks.
Your spell works, but let me roll your mishap. This energy kind of like emits from you. This like black spores kind of fly out through walls, and you see a bunch go into Eleanor's room.
Dang it. I don't know what that was. Can I try to figure out what that was?
You have no idea what that was.
Are they like around me? Or
They just went out in different directions, like all directions from you, and then they're gone.
we're gonna hope she's fine, and I'm gonna go back to my room.
Okay.
And hope Eleanor doesn't wake up and is in danger.
Okay.
Where's my room in comparison to hers?
It's just a little bit down the hall from there.
Yeah, okay. I'll just like keep his door just slightly cracked in case he hears anything.
Okay.
just gonna go to bed. This sucks.
All right. Flopped on
Guard
bed,
doesn't get
frustrated.
active. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So the three of you kind of find your ways to bed while Winnie sneaks out at night to the graveyard. So you head over there, you scan around, you kind of make your way over. Are you trying to be sneaky as you try to get over there, or are you just walking directly?
Just walking. I will say, like, I'm not trying to seem suspicious there at all, but I also am, I don't know if it's weird to be out, like, at night in the grave. Like, I don't know if the watchlight, like, watches the graveyard at all or anything, but...
It might be a little weird to be out in the graveyard at night, but there might not be that many people watching
Okay.
either, so who knows?
I'm gonna act casual and, like, try to be not conspicuous, like, just be normal.
Okay. So you
We'll
head
see
over
that
to that
backfires.
direction where the crack was, and
Mhm.
you look, and it's the grave is there of
Mhm.
Daniel Wynn. Grave is sitting
Yeah.
there. No crack over top of it.
Oh, I just had a thought. I'm going to, like, Daniel's the guy, the husband of the lady we found, like, her in the grave, right?
Correct.
I just realized, I'm like, oh no, is she in there? I mean, she'd be super dead by now, but I just had a thought though, and I'll, like, think about that and be like, and kind of, like, I don't know, I'm, like, sad, so I'm gonna do, like, just like a and, like, kiss the grave, like, I'm sorry, I would have tried, and then probably go over to the statues and see if they look like they have, like, moved, or I don't know if they looked like that before, but anything that seemed off, like, I don't know if I remember them well from, like, living here, or if they see anything seems even slightly off.
So give me a perception roll.
Okay. Oh, I feel so bad. That lady's so dead. 17. I have +4 now for my perception.
Okay.
It's exciting.
So 17, you walk up to the first one and begin to look at it. And it looks like a statue. Looks kind of how you'd expect it to.
Yeah.
And kind of turn to go to the second one, but as you turn, you notice that the third one is gone.
Okay, I'm gonna immediately do this, and then I'm going to, like, okay, that's still real, and then I'm going to try and sneak back, and I'm going to get out of there as soon as I can and sneak towards where I assume everyone is, which is probably the inn. I just assume everyone's at the inn because it's kind of nobody's sleeping here, so. And Eleanor wouldn't sleep outside, so I know at least I can find her there. But I'm gonna sneak because I'm gonna be like, oh, because I'm, like, nervous this thing is gonna, like, hone in on me being. I guess maybe I've been a very bad idea.
As you kind of begin to, like, realize this and begin to back away, you suddenly feel arms wrap around you and
Oh, this is a bad idea. I didn't
begin
mean
to
do
fly and pick
Okay.
you up.
Okay, I didn't think about that. I don't know why. I for some reason thought that because there's no crack that maybe the creatures weren't. I don't know why I thought that. Okay, I don't know why I was thinking that. Oh, I'm sorry, everyone. Okay.
I get a blessing
Okay.
too.
I'm gonna try and stay calm if I can while I'm being taken away.
So you are being lifted now up into the air as you feel these strong, like, stone-like arms around you, and you're taken up about 30 feet in the air.
Oof.
Can I wriggle my way out?
Give me an acrobatics or athletics check. Contested
You
against
girl has
theirs.
softball now, and so I'm gonna see if that 30 feet's gonna be.
I'd say a level up does help.
It does help. I'm going to use a luck point to reroll, please.
Go for it.
So we're gonna be burning through them if we need to. Oh, so much better. I'm sorry. You said acrobatics or athletics. I can do either.
Yep, you can choose.
I have +7 now. Oh my god. Hold on. 22.
22. All right.
For acrobatics.
Let's see. that plus
Go
that.
dead.
22. I got a 23. I used my bless.
Oh,
Okay. Oh,
I did
damn
use the
it.
bless
Okay.
before I knew your total too. I'm just gonna say that.
Okay.
But it continues to fly up with you another 30 feet. You're 60 feet up now.
Can I try to wriggle again?
You certainly can.
Actually, I'm sorry. Can I look at something really fast quickly? I've never had softball before, so I need to see what's going on here.
Softball is one of those
Yep.
rules that don't make sense to me in D&D sometimes.
Yep.
But it's
Okay.
fun.
All right. I'm gonna try again. Come on.
Okay.
Okay. That's a little better. Well, no, it's not. 21.
Still got you.
Okay.
You are flying now, kind of up over the city a little ways.
You have a chat blessing? Did you have a D4?
Sure.
Oh, I
used
used
it.
it. I
Yeah,
used
used it.
it.
She's
I
got
was not
nothing but
expecting to
luck
be.
points.
I taken by angels. Nope. And I. Nope. Yeah.
As you are flying up, you can give me a perception roll.
Yep. 13.
13. You look down and you notice another one of the angels is gone from its pedestal. And you kind of look over and you see it by the grave, and the earth has like moved up out of the way for the opening of the grave to be there. Like the grave is
For
open
my
now.
grave?
Daniel Wynn's grave is open now.
Oh.
As this thing
Okay.
flies
Daniel
up and
Wynn's
then
grave is open?
turns and starts to head down towards that grave.
Can I try to wiggle away again? As
You
he's
certainly
going
can
down?
try. Go for it.
Please. Okay, that's better. Oh, that's okay. It's about as good as I can possibly get. You said acrobatics?
Acrobatics or athletics?
26 for acrobatics.
This thing's got a strong hold on you, but you just wedge your way and you fall.
Okay.
You're falling though.
I'm slip falling.
You got let's see. You're gonna take fall damage. What's your slow fall do for you?
Decreases my slow fall damage. Wait. You can use your reaction when you fall to reduce any falling damage you take by 25 points. So I can
Okay.
mitigate that.
Let's see what you end up getting.
If I break both my legs, I can crawl to.
I rolled
don't wanna be a
29
grave,
points of bludgeoning damage. So you take 4.
And I will take.
As you
But
fall,
I'm gonna
it
immediately-
just collide with the ground as this thing continues to fly down like it's coming right after you.
I'm gonna dash. I'm gonna dash as fast as I can away and try and run somewhere where I can potentially hide if I can.
This thing is outpacing you as its fly speed is faster than your movement speed.
Where am I right now? I'm in the graveyard
You're
still.
in the graveyard still.
Is are there any
Step of the
watchlight
wind.
guards? I do have Step of the Wind, which that's only hold on, I don't think that really. Second.
It allows you to use it as a bonus action, right?
It's just a Step of the Wind is just spending 1 key point to disengage or dash as an action. So I mean, I will dash if I can, but I
as an
is he
action?
still up?
As a bonus action.
Is he still up? Is he
So-
still outpacing me though, even if I dash?
Your bonus action makes it so that its action and movement is the same as your action, bonus action,
Pretty
and dash.
easy.
Correct.
So you
That's
can
okay.
only
That's
do
what I
that
was thinking.
for about however many key points you have, which is probably less than
Yeah.
a minute.
Correct. Is there how close? Because I know that isn't there like, for lack of a better term, like the watchlight building, like a church or whatever, at like the watchlight building to like, is that close to me?
There is a church there, but it's currently dark. So which way are you going?
Okay.
You're in the middle of a graveyard as this angel is in pursuit of you.
Sorry, I'm trying to get a map. I couldn't put a Foundry because my internet hated it. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get a map. So okay, church is there. How close? Like, what do I know is like close? That would be Like, is there something that would be populated or something that I know that's like kind of close, or is it pretty much empty out here?
I mean, the graveyard, there's not much besides the church, but you'd have to get out of the graveyard if you wanted to try to get somewhere else.
I don't know what to do. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think. And I can't mentally map it out at all. And I don't think I guess if I look around, if I like just give a quick glance, like the quick one over, is everything too far away where I know he's gonna outpace me at every like place I look? Or is there anywhere I see that would be like something to either hide behind or try and like hide under or something? Or no, is there anything I see?
There are some dark areas that you can try to hide into. Otherwise, you gotta just run and outpace it to get out of the graveyard, but it's on your tail. It won't last very long in your step of the wind.
Sucks. I'm gonna try and hide then.
Okay.
Sucks. Okay.
So you quickly hustle to like a more densely like foliaged area and jump into like a bush or something to hide behind. Give me a stealth roll.
I really regret you're using my stuff on my persuade my parents. Who cares if they know? Okay, that's not bad. I'm sorry, stealth, you said?
Yep.
Okay, hold on. Get the 22.
22. You jump in and you just hear these wings like flying around. Looks like they're searching for you, but they don't know exactly where you've gone at this point.
Ooh,
You hear a second set of wings, though, that is flying around in the area. Definitely seems like they are nearby.
I'm gonna stay completely still, myself for a moment. If I hear them, like, go further away, then I'll take the opportunity to run. But if they're too close, I'm just gonna stay exactly where I am and not move, not breathe. Just gonna,
Okay. There was that like very like heavy flapping of these wings you hear, these stone wings, for probably what feels like much longer than it actually is.
Yeah, sure.
But there's a moment they sound like they're heading back towards where they were originally.
Okay.
You can try to escape.
Yes. I'm going to sneak it first to try and make and then once I feel like I'm far enough away where I could run somewhere, I will sprint. Okay. So I'm gonna sneak first, though.
Give me your stealth roll.
Okay, we still have luck points, Cal. We still have luck points, which I will be using another one. Thank you.
You got this.
Okay. That's what I was to say. A 3 ain't gonna cut it. Let's see. And now I only have 1 left, but that's you know what? It's fine. Oh my god, I can't even think right now. 17. Oh, that's not gonna be good enough.
You begin to try to sneak away, and you feel like you're far enough away that they probably don't see you, and you get out and just hustle out of the graveyard away.
Okay, I'm gonna run to the inn and I'm gonna run to the inn. See if I can find anyone. I know at least Eleanor will be there because, like I said, she's not gonna sleep outside and she's not gonna be at my parents' house.
Okay.
I'm gonna run.
You make it to the inn, and
yes,
you're greeted. There's like a few people who are down in the tavern area as you like bust in.
Yeah. I'm still a little disheveled. Do I have any money? I don't even know if I have any money.
Always some disgruntled security guy complaining about a vagabond guy who's staying here.
This guy's in the hallway. Just... Oh, can I help you?
To me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be like, yes, hello. I don't really have any, I have someone staying here, I think, who I really need to speak to. And I know you're not allowed to give out any information about rooms or anything, but either, can I... She should have been wearing very fancy clothes, and she has dark hair and blue eyes, and I need to speak to her about, it's kind of an emergency, and we didn't have a chance to talk before she got a room, but I know she's staying here. Oh, I think she's staying here. Yeah. I'm very sorry. If not, I can wait outside until she comes out in the morning.
Give me a
No,
persuasion
I really
roll.
need to speak to her. I'm gonna. Oh, that's really good. 18. Well, not really good. 18. That's all I got. I'm like sweaty and disheveled.
You look like you're in a little bit of trouble. Come on. He'll start taking you upstairs.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Okay. Does he show me where her room is or no?
Yeah, he takes you like up to the room and like knocks on the door
Okay.
with you. So, Eleanor, you gonna
Great.
knock on her door?
Okay.
Which I think the alarm goes off.
Yep. The alarm goes off.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if it's a mental one or if it's an audible one, but it's
It'd be mental for this one,
Okay.
technically, but I didn't say it,
Yeah.
so, but in theory, that's probably what he done.
yep. So you wake up
Even
now
if
to
it's
an alarm in
audible
your
one going
head.
off.
What time is it at this point?
Oh, it's past midnight. It's the middle of the night.
2 a.m. or
Okay.
something.
So I may have like fallen asleep at like the desk or something. So I like get up. I just barely crack open the door.
Because you miss this young lady. Seems like she may need some assistance. Do you know her?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
See, and that's why I do watches in case people need us.
And he's like in the
Are you-
hallway.
Back in your room,
Dad's
sir.
there too? Wait, Dad! Oh, okay.
See, I'm with them. That's why I was doing a watch.
I don't know you.
Okay. And then I'll turn to the guy like, thank you so much for your help. It really was such a help. Thank you.
Right.
And then I will go into kind of like squeeze the crack of the door in Eleanor's room. And I don't want to open it anymore. And then take and shut it really fast. Eleanor, I'm so sorry to bother you.
What?
I don't know. I'm so sorry to bother you. The angels just tried to put me in a grave. They tried to put me in a grave. They're around still and they're flying, and they tried to put me in a
your
grave.
house? What?
No, I went to the graveyard because I didn't know that they were. I don't know. I was thinking that at the time I was completely different. I didn't know that they'd still be. Oh, I don't know. It's fine. I just want to tell you because they're still out getting people, and I know that. You can talk to Dad if you prefer. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bother you. I know that we're all, but I just. They're around, so I have to tell you.
Your parents are going to be very worried about you, Winifred. What?
Snuck out. I've never snuck out before, but I snuck out.
Winifred, they thought you were dead. You can't
Yeah, I
just do
know.
that to them.
Well, they weren't leaving me alone. You want to be alone? I want to be alone too. They wouldn't leave me alone, and I wanted to
Right,
investigate things, and they wouldn't stop, and they wouldn't believe anything I said either. And I don't know. I got to my house, and everyone just left, and I didn't know what was going on. No one told anyone anything.
I wanted Dav to stay and take care of you. Apparently, he didn't.
Oh, he didn't.
I'm sorry. I needed some time. So I understand.
No.
I still need some time though. So
Okay. I'll
love
go talk
you
to
dearly,
Dav.
Winifred, but please stay with Davril or somebody else, and we can talk in the
Okay.
morning. All right?
I'll probably I'll go back home because I don't know my parents still gone. But I just wanted to let you guys know that they're out there and
Well, if
they're still.
if they're after you now, How about this? How about you stay with Davril, and we'll get up very early in the morning, and go over together, to make sure that they don't worry. Does that sound alright?
Okay. All right.
All right. And you're
Okay.
are you hurt? Do you need anything?
I mean, I'm okay. I would have been. I mean, I fell from like 60 feet. It was crazy, but I'm okay.
Winifred!
They're flying with me. It was crazy, but I'm okay. I think I can like do a thing. Like I don't know. I kind of just was okay. It's all right.
All right.
It's something I kind of learned. It's fun. Anyway,
Oh.
okay. I'm gonna go to see Jabba. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you guys. I'm sorry if I messed things up. I didn't mean to. For some reason, I was thinking in this realm that it would be different.
Yes.
I don't know. I
Well,
forgot.
I
that
thought
they
we were all just going to sleep. That's what we don't need to do any exploring until we know what's happening. Right.
Oh, I just want to see my own.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yes.
My
that
grave is
that's-
there.
I know. I'm sorry. Winifred, I'm very short because I am very afraid right now. That's why I wanted to be alone, because I knew I would not be
Okay.
able to be helpful right now. So
Okay. I'll leave you alone.
I love you dearly. I'm very sorry.
Mm.
I need the night. I can't
Okay.
be disturbed, please.
And just nod and like, I'm sorry, and like, sorry, close the door, and then go to, I guess, Dad's room, just knock on the door.
And you just hear the clanking, and he's like halfway on with his armor, and he's like, what's going on?
Oh, it's Dad, I don't know. I'm sorry. Did I wake you up?
No,
Or did
well,
the
yeah,
alarm-
but no, I was on watch. It's fine. What's happening?
Okay.
Help me with the shin
go
guard.
over-
One person. No,
I
I'm just kidding.
I did something. I think we're just.
So your camera
You froze for a second.
Oh,
I
I'm
was just
sorry. I'm
filling
sorry.
time. I was like, one person? I don't know.
I'll just sound like I may have done something foolish, very foolish. I didn't mean to. So I went to go look at my grave, but I also realized the angels were not there. And I wasn't thinking really, and I guess that I forgot that, I don't know, I was thinking since there's no big mishaps, maybe they were, I know they said flying creatures, but I thought we took care of the angels, and I thought maybe the flying creatures something else. I don't know. It was maybe a bad call. I don't know, but either way,
So
they
we never saved that woman, did we?
no, I think she's there. But they tried to do the same to me, and they took me up in the air, and they had a hole for a grave, and they're gonna do it again. So they're still doing it to people.
Where's Euphemia?
I don't know. I thought she was with you guys. Is she not here? Okay.
Yeah. I think everybody needed their alone time, I guess.
I think though, I mean, Eleanor thought maybe they know me now or something, and so maybe it's not safe for me to go back home. I don't know. I don't know if it's safe for me to be anywhere, or maybe being here is bad. I don't know. I'm not sure. But maybe I was just at the graveyard and they just take whoever. I don't know how they work, but I just want to let you guys know that they're very much out there still, and I didn't think about that. I just wanted to see my grave. I saw your grave too. It was weird. We're all there. Apparently we were really mangled when we came back, and that's weird.
Yeah, they made a bench in your honor.
A bench?
Yeah.
They didn't even like me. Why would they make a bench of me? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, sometimes people feel bad when people die, that they didn't do better to know them, so they honor them in the best way they know how.
Okay. A bench. That's really strange.
I just did a pile of rocks up in my town for people.
Oh. So it's like a pile
One
of
for
rocks
each
again.
person. I mean, I didn't really have anything else.
Okay. I wonder if people pretended they knew me. Maybe. You know how that happens. People die, they pretend they're like friends with them, even though they weren't. Yeah, it happens sometimes. Okay. I'm a little sorry. I'm a little bit
He just gets up and goes and gives Winnie a hug.
Oh, thank you. Okay. She'll just accept it. But I'm still like wired after being almost dying and almost being put in a grave. I almost got put in a grave, Dav. That would have been horrible. I don't know how I would have gotten out.
Like legit this time.
Yeah. Like I would have been alive though, like that lady. I would have been like stuck in there. And they did. But the weird thing was, here's the weird thing. I didn't actually, Mark. As I'm thinking back, as they were gonna put me in the grave, did I see like the lady in there? Like, did I see like other? Could I see anything? And now that I'm sorry, I don't know if I can retroactively.
Yeah, with the 13-year-old, you didn't get a good look, but you saw the grave was like the earth was removed for the grave. That's all you saw.
Okay. I don't know if they're putting people in the same grave, like, you know, like stacking bodies in the same, if that lady was there, or if they're just finding someone else. I don't know. I'm not sure, but we can investigate in the morning, I guess, maybe.
I mean, that's where the crack appeared too.
But in this world, I looked, there was no crack. There was nothing.
No, I know, but it might not be there yet. Because we haven't been there. Or something hasn't been there that's the catalyst for it yet. Let's put it that way.
I know this sounds maybe stupid in hindsight. I thought maybe because there weren't cracks in this world that they wouldn't be, that I don't know. I guess I'm confused as to how everything.
Trust me,
pans
I've already
out.
had 2 mishaps happen to me.
Okay, so there's still.
I just gave, I don't know, I put like black spores in Eleanor's room. I don't even know what I did to her, to be honest. I feel bad.
Oh, maybe you made her sad because she didn't seem like she was doing very well.
Nah,
But
I
maybe
think
that's
that
just
was already
happening.
happening.
Okay. Okay. Wait,
Are you
would
okay,
I
though?
know? Are my parents early risers? Really fast? Do they wake up really early, or how early would I
They're
know that they
early.
wake up? I
They
guess.
wake up early.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Want to go back?
Yeah, I know it. Maybe
I hate
Eleanor
this
said I
place
should be
anyway.
here, but do you want to stay there instead?
Well, I'll sit outside. I'll keep watch.
Are you sure? Are you
Yeah,
gonna
I
sleep at
don't-
all?
I already slept some. I'll sleep a little bit outside your window.
Okay.
That probably sounds even worse, but
I mean, I can bring you into the living room and just tell my parents that you came back later or something. You know? Okay.
Dad likes to talk
they
to
didn't like me
security.
once. I'm not trying to make them not like me again.
Dad likes to have
Okay.
security kick him out of places.
Okay.
I never
Like I
want me
said,
to watch over
you
you
can sleep out in
anyway.
the living room. It's not like, also, if we don't know where Euphemia is, should we try and find her before? I don't know. I'm worried now.
She'll be fine.
Okay.
I get an idea she might be potentially trying to visit with her friend again.
Okay.
Or just enjoying her moment. I don't know. Enjoying her
Okay.
alone time is what I meant.
All right.
But she'll know
yeah.
to look for us at your house, all right? She doesn't even know to look for us here. Did you talk to her?
Not really.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone just kind of scattered. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah,
I'm like, maybe
yeah.
maybe it was. I'm sorry if it was really dumb of me to go to the. I just wanted to. My parents insisted on going with me the first time. I just wanted to go alone. I wanted to just see. I feel like, oh no, this is real. It feels very weird. But then
I mean,
I
part of me
realized
wants to say, how about you and I just go ahead and handle the statues right now since the other two are
No,
out
I
of this
think that-
position. But no, I get it. Those are
No.
the two wise ones. And I mean, like, I had like a moment of wisdom earlier. It's kind of fleeting now. But yeah, I don't think that's a good idea either.
Well, I think it's just this whole situation is very. I feel like I keep forgetting what's in what time, like what's happened and what hasn't, and so it kind of is like I forgot that was still a danger. I guess I wasn't thinking early. So yeah, I'll just go back to my parents' house, but I probably won't sleep much myself because I want to make sure that I don't know. I don't want to bring them. I don't know. I want to put my parents in danger at all. Angels might be after me. We'll see.
Hey, I mean, I know this is weird, but in a way, could be our second chance. We know things that haven't happened yet. We know things that we don't have enemies for. We could take advantage of this.
So like, I saw Jabnot's grave. Jabnot's dead. He got torn apart, I think, by the monsters too.
He is
And like,
here.
I know he's fine in our world or whatever it is. He's living and fine and doing well, but in this one he's not. And that lady, oh, I forgot her name. What was her name again? Sorry, the older lady that we saved before.
Oh,
I forgot her name. I don't know, my notes
Susanna?
are my notebook. Yes, Susanna's. She's probably dead too. Like there's
that fleeting
I know
wisdom, man. It's crazy.
It's crazy. I know that we do. You're right because we do have things that we know are going to happen, but also I don't know if. I don't know. It's just there are things that happened that I wish, that we did do right that we didn't get a chance to do right this time, and that's.
I know.
It's hard to grasp, I guess. But you're right. I guess we can at least. We know what the flying creatures are, and we know that they're still. I don't know. For some reason, I was thinking if cracks didn't happen, maybe the mishaps were different in this world, and the angels were normal or something. I don't know.
Didn't we get the letter about the flying creatures before we went through the crack?
Well, we thought we'd taken care of them, but apparently are more. That's why I thought maybe there was different flying creatures, but maybe there are more of the statue. I don't know.
They're either different or there's more statues. Yeah.
That's why I thought maybe the statues were fine in this world because we'd already. Maybe we took care of other. I don't know. That was dumb, but that's what I was thinking.
You're fine. You escaped. We're
Okay.
good. We got
Okay.
this.
You guys probably wouldn't have found me. I would have been in a grave. You wouldn't know where I was. That would have been scary. Okay. All right. Let's. Maybe I just want to make sure my parents are gonna be safe. I guess. So. Well, should I go back home? Is that a bad idea?
He'll go to his book, rip out a small little piece of paper, and just goes, Eleonora. No matter what happens, no matter what happened, you're never alone. I believe you. That's the first little sentence. Seconds is taking Winnie back to her house so her parents don't freak out. Come find us when you're ready. Let's just slide under the door. Yeah, let's go back.
All right.
Great. Yeah, we'll
Okay.
go back, I guess.
You guys head back to the Halor home. This does put you outside of the mile of the radius for the alarm, so you will not get pinged for that if anything happens.
But one thing though, he has figures at the door too. But on the way out, he's gonna go to the receptionist. Hey, sorry to disturb you. Say really sorry about the security guard stuff. If I don't use the room for the whole night, can I get like half my silver back?
No.
Time policy, but okay, all right. Appreciate it. Enjoy your patronage.
Have a good evening.
As we're headed back, I'm gonna be like hyper vigilant, I guess, about looking for like any flying things, like any noises, anything like that. Do I hear or see anything on the way back to my house?
You guys can roll perception as you're looking out. Dabs disadvantage,
Yes.
of course. But...
You want to just give me advantage, or do you want to do 2 rolls?
2 rolls.
Wait, does that work?
They already
2 rolls.
It's how they already rolled too. So
should I roll again or no?
You roll once for your regular perception. Dabs rolling at disadvantage.
Yeah, got it. How'd you do?
Bad. I did really good and then bad because he's got a stone in his eye. The 1.
14.
Okay.
That's not the worst.
You paranoidly walk back to your parents' house, keep an eye on the sky. You don't notice anything, but
it's a cloud.
You end up making it back, getting inside, and are able to get up to your room. Dab's in the hallway, I guess, outside the little apartment. Or
so is she on the 2nd story? Is that what it is?
It's like a main floor, but she has a 2nd story that she's on because it's a 2-story.
Oh, for some reason I thought we were.
It's kind of like
off the 1st floor
townhouses situation, basically, where they're all kind of lined up, all these staff housing. And
I just thought she was a room off the 1st floor. Okay.
Yeah, she's on the 2nd floor, and
yeah, it probably would look bad if I just lived outside, huh?
I can just put you in the living room and just say that you were like that. You just, I don't know, but
yeah,
I can explain it later if you want.
Sure.
Or
in the living room, you go upstairs, Winnie. Anything before you guys go to bed?
Winnie, do you want an alarm, or are you just gonna yell at me?
Can you do an alarm, please? I'm sorry. I know that's probably.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
Put more coffee down.
You go to cast alarm. You are lucky. There's no mishap.
Hey.
And I can't make it mental for both of us. It has to be
auditory or mental for you only. That's the spell description.
Just me. Yeah. So I'll make it auditory then.
Okay. Sounds good. So you're in the living room. She's up in her room. You all go to find your rest. I'll let you guys play honor system if you feel like you actually slept and get a point of exhaustion or not. You can think about that over the break.
Okay.
So we'll take a break here. Thankfully, Winnie did not get buried in the graveyard a 2nd time, and we will be coming back for the 2nd half shortly here. So stick around. We'll be back soon, friends, and see what happens as maybe some more answers will be found out. So see you soon. All right, friends, we're back for part 2 of our session here, and ready to get in and see what is going to happen next. Our players all found their way back to their various places to rest, and Winnie has decided over the break that she probably would not get a full rest and will take a point of exhaustion as we get into the next day, but the others will all successfully complete their long rest, get the full thing, no exhaustion. Euphemia, though, you have a little bit of nightmares that plague you during the evening, just not anything outside the norm, but definitely a few nightmares here and there as you toss and turn and wake up sporadically throughout the evening. But we can do wake-up rolls if you'd like for the next day.
Six.
17.
19.
19.
Okay. So yeah, both Eleanor and Euphemia both wake up fairly early. Definitely wanting to get out of the public view, probably being on the campus, and also Eleonora just up early, ready to go. Typically, you were the last watch, so you're probably used to waking up a little earlier.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Anything
I
you
checked
guys
my
wanna do?
book. I'm assuming there's nothing.
Nothing in your book.
I just slam in my bag in frustration and get ready. I might take my time a little bit. I don't want to be really late or anything. I'll probably check and see if, I'd see the note actually too. So I realize they're gone and I kind of pocket and tuck it in my bag. Because the first part was sweet. And I don't want to take a super long time, but I also don't want to get there at 6 a.m. either, type of thing. I'm just trying to savor
That's
some time
late.
alone, before I go in. But
Okay. And what are you doing?
it's maybe 8 a.m. I would go over there.
Okay. Anything you're doing, Euphemia?
I think I would go to. There's a library? Is that open? Is it gonna open pretty early, or is nothing open?
Like the campus library? Are you asking about?
Yeah.
You can head over there if you'd like. There would be some people who kind of eye you up as you walk in, kind of question who you are a little bit, keeping an eye on you, but they don't seem like
If anybody asks, I would just mention I was with the Holor family, since I know, we walked over there.
Okay.
So, I would like to go to the library and maybe just look up I would like to look up some stuff about maybe time magic and if I can find anything that talks about timelines or people changing timelines. She doesn't even really know. She's just gonna try and find something.
Give me an investigation roll.
Okay. I think I have proficiency in investigation. I can't remember.
I'll double check. Yeah, +5.
Okay, so I got a 17 plus 5.
Okay. You begin to look around, and there's not much about time changing that you're noticing. At least not in the nonfiction section. But you do notice there are some books of fiction that are written about people going through time, but there's not a lot that you are just as you peruse are finding directly about time changing.
Okay. The only other thing I think she would be wondering after what we just learned or discovered would be like, even like reincarnation. Is that a thing in this world at all? Like, do people come back, basically? Like, can people have multiple bodies and come back?
You do find, though, there is like an actual spell called reincarnation that can bring somebody back in a different form.
Okay. In a different form. Alright, interesting. Okay. If I think that it seems like a reasonable hour, I will go back to Winnie's parents' house.
Okay. So, Dad, you're up early as the Halors kind of get up early as well, and oh, would you like some breakfast?
Sure, Miss Lori. I didn't.
It's
sorry
Halor.
about stupid Lori. My bad. Yeah. Still saying it wrong. I can wait outside if you want me to. I know it's.
Why would you? No, please sit down. Motion to the kitchen
You've
table.
always been so kind. Thank you. Appreciate that. I know this is really weird for you guys, so we're still processing and rebalancing ourselves.
I'll make you some breakfast.
Thank you. Is there anything I can do to help? I feel pretty useless right now.
You're fine right there. We'll take care of it.
Yeah.
And they make a little bit of breakfast for you. Eventually, Euphemia and Eleonora can make their way over as well. And you do notice there's a few times that Rosella kind of like looks upstairs, like expectingly to see Winifred show up, but currently no.
Winnie, you okay?
Is that a spell?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm sending a message.
Let me roll for that.
As Black Explorers release at the breakfast table.
Right.
No,
Yeah, I guess I don't know what that is. I never really noticed
what that
anything.
There's no
No.
mishap.
Do I hear it in my sleep?
Yeah, you hear like a whisper in your ear.
Okay. I guess at this point, because what I think probably happened was like, she was nervous because before the angels had seemed to like track down. I don't know. They must have like tracked down Susanna, and so I was thinking like, oh my god, like I don't know what to do. Everywhere I go is unsafe, but I can't be alone, and whatever. And so she probably stayed up like most of the night looking out the window, and like every time she must fell asleep, she's like, you know, that kind of thing. And so that she definitely didn't sleep at all. And then probably finally when the morning came, I like am asleep, probably like at my like sitting up or something, and then and I hear Dad's voice. Oh, I feel awful. Okay. In the middle of the night, though, can I have done something in the middle of the night while I'm like up and not sleeping?
What are you attempting to do?
Just in my room. First of all, I will take advantage of this timeline where I can. Do I have any extra notebooks or anything that I like have that I can
Yep.
like take?
You definitely have notebook.
Okay, I'm gonna take it from my room. Gonna take that. I will have. I think I will have written. I actually, do I have enough for everyone to have one or no?
I'm sure you have plenty of notebooks here. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna take one for everybody, and in the first page, I will write like, "I'm very sorry for my foolishness, and please forgive me." This is all just a lot to handle. I don't know, something like that, and then I'll cover it up, and then I will bring them like downstairs to like get dressed, or like you get back whatever my stuff, and hustle down because Dad was like worried about me, and then I'll go downstairs. I guess I was kind of shocked to see everybody there because I thought Dad would just be there. So like I said, I didn't realize how like late it was. So,
Oh,
Good
Winifred,
Lord.
I have some
You're
breakfast
okay.
for you. Glad you're awake.
oh, thank you. And I'll just sit down, and then like as my mom's kind of like doing stuff, I'm gonna discreetly pass the notebooks out and be like, I have these if anyone wants them.
Oh wow,
Oh, that's good.
this is
That was really
precious.
I mean, gotta take the positives where you can get it, I suppose.
I mean, these are hard to find. I mean, this is an easy thing to get.
Yeah, I
Rosella
know.
Miss
kind of gives a
Lord.
side eye to you as you're saying that.
Like, okay, general store, not that hard.
Uncivilized, okay.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably just try and like I don't know. I'll probably be pretty tired, but I guess I'm a.
What did you write? Which notebook did you write the I'm sorry in? I mean, was it
All
was it to
four.
Dav?
Everybody's.
Everybody.
All of
Did you in
them.
every single one?
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Even Euphemia has no idea what happened.
So funny. Yeah, she's like, what?
Yeah, I was up all night because I was up all night anyway. So I would have taken the
You did
notebooks
it
and
all
written like
night.
stuff in
That's
each
funny.
one of them. So I don't know if Euphemia's are confused, but like, and I guess probably Eleanor's too. I will like personalize like I'm sorry for waking you up and disturbing your alone time. I know that things are like not easy right now, and we're all like whatever, but like I didn't mean to. I'm sorry if I made things worse, like all that. And Dabs, I'll probably just like thank you for coming with me, like and helping and all that stuff. And I guess Euphemia doesn't really know what's going on, so I'll explain later. And I cut that.
Read it and look like I might say something, and then I'll just see the bottom and
Like-
stop.
Like,
Like,
kind of leave it.
alright.
And then yeah, I don't know. And I guess we'll probably just eat and try. But basically now I'm like nervous because I know that our group chemistry is not great with my parents, but they're happy to see me. But I'm also like gonna try and mitigate, like mostly Daft are saying weird things too much. So they're gonna not be. So anytime I see him like start to talk, I might interrupt and be like, "So anyway, how's how's Ernest or something, or how's the neighbors, or whatever."
Yeah, your mom
Try and,
like
like,
says
react
like
to it.
they've canceled classes today for them. Like your mom and dad both have canceled their classes today to spend time with you. And
Really? Oh.
yeah, and they're just like
Hmm.
at the table, like sitting with you and like talking with your friends here. And
Okay.
they're not really leaving your side at
Oh,
this
man.
point.
Uh oh. Okay.
We
okay.
need to go talk to Watchlight at some point. I don't. They wanted us.
Yeah, we need to figure out what's going on.
Yes.
Also, can I I'd like to talk to Ernest if possible too, because I feel like maybe he can talk to us about things with Vari, and I would like my rat back.
Yeah,
if
we'll
I
need
can
to
get him
talk
back.
to. We'll see if we can reestablish something with Vari.
Okay. Did Dad say anything or no? Because we don't know if he. Not gonna say anything.
You guys looking at him? Is anyone catching on to like a
But-
face that he made or something?
I mean,
I'd be like-
I always glance around.
Euphemia has
I
pretty
wanna-
good passive insight, so
Yeah.
You guys want to try again as a group? I didn't do too well by myself.
Oh,
you
you
talked
went
to
there?
Vari last night?
Tempted to. Well, everyone else walked off, so I didn't know what to do.
How did she?
We all have
She
been
didn't
going
take it
through-
well.
Well, she raised her gun at me.
Oh dear.
I don't. We talk to Watchlight first, and if we need to use them as a bridge, we can.
Also, Ernest was the one who introduced us originally. I can talk to him, and me being, Vari. Wait, I'm sorry, I forgot. Mark, does Vari know who? Like, she would know I was, especially about a student who died, kind of infamously. Would she know who I was at that point? Okay. I'll just say, I'm like, yeah. I will just say, I'll be like, oh, maybe Ernest can help, especially with, me coming back to life and stuff. Dad said I have a bench.
Something important to know, though. Brahm was caught trying to steal something from Vari and was not successful.
Oh, that's
All right.
my parents are present, aren't they?
oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I would say, oh man,
there's a thief
okay.
who tried to came into our place and steal the Mishaps
That's
suppressant
what
orbs.
She was saying.
I'll cut in.
Was
So what-
promptly
what-
caught
what
by
is-
security and is in prison right now.
I'll cut into whoever Dad's gonna say, like, oh, in this world, he must be a criminal. He wasn't in ours. He was a, he must be. It's sad. Maybe he took a wrong turn somewhere, but
Roll me that deception. With disadvantage because of your exhaustion.
right. Okay. Oh, not too bad. You said deception.
Yes.
15.
Okay.
Seems like he's a criminal.
Your parents both like look at you like they are onto you. They can tell you are.
Okay. Like he was. I guess I don't know his activities outside, but he seemed very honest when we met him in the other one. But he definitely didn't get. I definitely didn't know he was a thief like that. I don't know. But probably where he should be if he's in jail here.
I mean, he was trying to steal
Anyway.
from the school. The thing that protects the school is awful.
Yes,
that
truly,
is awful.
truly horrible. Yes, I agree.
Are we ready to go soon? I don't think we should delay too long.
Agreed. I guess are my parents seeming like they wanted to spend the whole day with me? Like they just had to take the day off. They want to spend the whole day.
That's what you're guessing right now.
Okay. I'll like. I guess I'll. Like, can I go out and maybe talk to some of these people, and then I'll come right back and we can do whatever today. Is that all right? If I just want to get some,
We're
try
supposed
and figure out some stuff.
We're supposed to follow up with Watchlight today.
They did ask us to, yeah.
Oh, I thought they said they were gonna meet you here. Oh, okay. Well, if you could
Did they
go
say that?
out.
Yeah, did they say that, Mark? I don't remember what they said. It was
Yeah.
really quick.
I said they'd come find us.
Yeah. Like they were expecting you to be here at the apartment
Oh.
when they wanted to find you. But your mom says, "Well, here," and she reaches in her pocket and hands you 6 gold, in case you need anything today. Thank you, Raiders, for the
Yay!
raid there.
Thank you.
What a grim thought for
Oh,
our quests today. But maybe gold will help.
Thank you. I'll be back as soon as I can. I'll be very safe today. I promise.
Okay. Well, yeah, don't be out too long.
Mm.
We'll have
if
lunch
they-
ready for you.
Mm-hmm.
If they're coming here, I mean, should we just wait here then? Or
You can wait if you want. I can. I guess I will. I will ask my. I mean, I should. What's the vibe of like my dad right now? Like, does he seem like he's like again buying anything that I'm saying? Does he seem like he's just confused? Just like what's the vibe of my dad currently?
You feel like your parents are very skeptical of things that you've said, skeptical of this group, skeptical of a lot of things, but
Yeah.
happy that you are here.
Mhm.
I guess I will just ask him if we're gonna. Are we gonna? I guess yeah. Are we staying here then? Is that kind of our plan until the watchlight comes?
if we want to go as a group, that's totally fine. Eleanor is just like seeming like very checked out. So
Okay.
if you guys don't
Okay.
want to go, then we can go. But
I would
Okay. I
honestly
think
say I'm getting a little antsy, kind of
Same,
like,
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I really do want to go. I don't want to wait that long. So
okay. Yeah. I'd like to maybe get a head start on it. I don't know what the time they're gonna come over. So
You know where you'll be when we can
Yeah.
tell them that where they can find you if they show up?
I think we'll just be going to the watchlight
To-
itself or to see Ernest. Either one.
Oh, you're going to the... It's very different locations? Okay.
well, all right. Well, maybe let's wait for 2 hours. So we just wait for 2 hours, and if they don't come, then let's go. How about that? Does that work?
Okay. Mhm.
oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Your dad's just like
Such a
just
mood.
looking between people right now.
I'm so
afraid,
sorry.
I'm afraid to say anything, so she's not gonna say anything. She's
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
be like,
so
"Hmm."
sorry.
Like the most awkward silence for 2 hours.
It's-
between the
It
group.
is tense now.
It's yeah.
I will be talking. I guess I'll be trying to talk to my parents and trying to like not enter like just I don't know talk to them about whatever stuff around town, like making sure that we have some conversation with them because I do feel bad they took the day off, and so I'll be trying
Oh,
to talk
yes,
to
our
them.
class has been
Okay.
going well and everything. And just like all these little things catching up.
Okay. Yeah.
So you guys waste 2 hours of time. Most of you is like sitting there very antsy, waiting.
So fit. Yeah.
But about probably like as the 2 hour mark is approaching, you're all feeling like real fidgety. There is a knock on the door.
Oh, thank God. Oh, I mean,
Oh,
what is
yeah. We'll go answer it, I guess.
Your mom will go get it and open the door, and there is an individual from what looks like the Watchlight who comes, who gets invited in, and your mother like is talking to him. And just, oh, they're over here, and he brings him in, and it's an older man. He's human, and he kind of like looks you all up and down. So you are the 4 who showed up last night, and are the ones who were deceased.
Can I recognize him at all? Like around town, or do I know him? Or no?
Nope.
Okay. Good.
Yes. And who are you? I'm sorry.
Give me 1 second. I gotta get the name.
We threw out his name. Sorry.
He says his name is Desmond Linus.
Desmond.
I love all the Watchlight names. They're my favorite.
They're all like detective man.
They're
like,
so
yeah.
good. Every single one, I'm like, yeah. I love it.
Desmond.
Coming to my
Yeah, he's-
office. Why
he's-
is it black and gray in here?
He's probably 50s-ish looking to you. That'd be your guess. But he just kind of like looks you all up and down. Well, do you mind, sir, madam, if I speak with just these 4 for now? And I know what they know. And they reluctantly agree, and they kind of head off to another section of the house.
Thank you, Rosella, Mitchell. Appreciate it.
Smile to you and leave the room.
They smile at you.
Figured out the names.
Starting over.
Okay, don't try and say my last name. Just get his call there first.
Yeah, oh Lord. Yeah, I realized I just dropped the E in my memory. I got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had 2 hours to work on that. Mr. Linus, it's a pleasure.
Yes, good to meet all of you. So, I was told that you 4 are the ones that have died in the past couple of months. We've seen some reports about. The one with the gem in his eye, Davril Burza. Marking of the followers of Acheral.
Formerly of the followers of Acheral.
Euphemia Dryden. Young alchemist. Swamp's Rest. Winifred Halor. A
Yeah.
child of the teachers here.
Mhm.
Eleonora Edvain. Former. The head of the mine in Shadow Rock. Do you 4 have any proof of your identities that you claim to be? As from my reports, we do have a body that was identified of each of you, buried in this graveyard and over in Arrow Run.
In Arrowrun?
Well, your body was found there. I believe it was taken back to Shadow Rock later on.
Oh.
Do we have any form of ID or like any scars, anything that would be like? Yeah, as I say, as Dad.
I'll pull out my note from my dad that I just picked up in Yellowfield.
I'll look at it. Alright. The eye removal is definitely an odd way. He like takes a
Something
moment
else.
too, and he like waves his hand for a moment, and okay.
I even open up a spell book. Like, everything got taken from me, but this was someone that gave me this spell book. So, not that it's more proof of that.
Just looks at your spell book.
And give you more information if you need any questions on my hometown.
Your parents have vouched for your identity, Winifred.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I could go in my room and show you all my notes and things that I've written before. I could tell you really anything about Lakeside or about my family if you need to know. Yeah.
See, this is quite peculiar to have dead people come back fully alive. Do you know how you have been revived?
Well,
Serious?
We didn't even know we were dead.
We weren't dead.
in our version of things, that we didn't ever die.
Well, yes.
Do you mean your version of things?
To our knowledge.
As far as we know, 4 of us formed a group called the Horde Hunters.
I'll take out my pin and be like,
We don't have the pins anymore.
we don't
Yeah.
have pins anymore.
Pins
don't
and
have
Never
the
mind.
pins
Don't do that.
anymore.
That's right. We don't have them. Never mind. I don't take out a pin.
Heidi from Heaven's Reach is the one that brought us together.
We encountered a monster on the road in the forest, but was saved by a group called the Exterminators.
They were
Listen,
previously
Japon too. He was there as well.
Yes.
the exterminators were previous guards or worked for Huneric Stevens, which I'm assuming.
Who is in tower in Yellowfield?
Do you know who he is? Is he still alive?
I'm aware of Hunrik. I've not heard of these exterminators, though.
Well, they
In
never. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. Oh, go ahead.
They just never formed because Huneric had a mishap. His tower exploded, creating a crack of mishap energy. The exterminators had no job, so they decided to form as a monster hunting group. And we're the
That's
ones
good.
that,
The road.
right? And they're the ones that happened to be camping with us tonight. We got attacked by the monster that killed us in your perspective of our timeline. So they saved us.
So
they killed this
what
awful
happened
monster.
with us is we continued on. We have continued on.
We've lived for.
So to us, yes, we've lived this whole time. We went to Northport, we went to Yellowfield. But apparently something that is different, that never occurred here, that we have witnessed, is the tower in Yellowfield exploded in some sort of strange experiment, rending a crack 50 feet long at least of pure mishap energy. And shortly after that, more cracks were popping up here at the graveyard. There was one in the woods. There was one in Northport. There was two in Yellowfield. One after the other in succession, very quickly. So it is strange here that is not something. But 3 nights ago, we were in Yellowfield and we saw the crack was reacting to our magic. So we went to go investigate to the crack in Yellowfield. And it reacted so strongly that it felt like it was
consuming us.
consuming
Somehow.
us, pulling
I
us
thought we were
in.
dying.
Felt like dying.
We suddenly wake up all right, 2 days away from Lakeside in the middle of nowhere, and we make our way here, and then suddenly we're informed we've been dead.
I have a question as well. I'm sorry. In our version of things, I guess, there was a giant crack, I guess, that formed in Yellowfield, like a big divide that like creatures came out of. Is that something that happened here
Northport,
too?
you mean?
Oh, Northport. I'm sorry, Northport. Like creatures
That
would
was
come
in
out
the
of it,
shut
and
at
like
the beginning, I think.
so that still happened.
Northport was torn in 2.
So still happened.
That was part of the shutter, yeah. That was different.
So it's
There's
kind of, I
also
guess,
a crack that happened while we were there. Is that what you're asking
Yes.
about?
Later, yes.
No, I was asking about all. I guess all
Oh.
of it. I didn't know if no cracks had happened at all in this version of things or not. But I don't know.
Eleanor,
I don't know.
can you give me
I
a
guess I can't tell
persuasion
where
roll?
our
Me?
me.
Yeah, Eleanor.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my reroll.
Yeah.
20.
This is quite strange information you're telling me.
Yes, try living it.
he takes something out of his pocket, which you kind of look at, and as he touches it, it like turns into a bird, and it flutters over to you, Euphemia, and like lands immediately in your lap and spits out a letter.
Okay. I'll open it. Let me see if I can figure out how to do that on here.
And as you look at it, it is the letter that you tilted on us there by turning your camera.
Yeah, your phone tilted.
Sorry.
Oh,
That's okay. That's okay. You
Yeah,
gotta read your letter.
I'm not sending you a letter. I'm not sending you one.
Oh, I see.
You've
Okay.
already received
Never
this
mind.
one. It is the exact same letter that Edison had sent you earlier.
Okay.
He never
Okay.
got.
Are you able to turn your camera back?
Yeah. I was upright for myself. Is that better? Or let me try it again.
There,
There you
now
go.
you're back
There you
normal. Okay. But yeah, it's just a little Euphemia. I believe you have information that may
Okay.
be of aid to me. That whole letter from Edison. And he just looks at you. Very interesting.
I was going to ask if I could contact him. So this is
You
good.
still have
I guess.
his coin, right? Or his thing to contact him? No?
I sent it to Alden Sconborn because he, in our world, just gonna look at Desmond a second. In our world, he was investigating the mishaps. We were trying to tell him that there was a danger, so he's going to get a note that he doesn't understand, I'm sure. Or already did.
As you guys are talking, Desmond pulls out a file and puts it on the table. There's been some notes that we have accumulated over the time, and he pulls actually a second file at this point too, about your deaths. This is quite interesting. The bird clearly identifies you as Euphemia, which is strange, but perhaps those buried are not actually you?
I was wondering if
Think
we
they-
should see what it is.
Well, is there any understanding or known practice of time magic or
Timeline's getting blurred, I guess.
like reincarnation gone wrong or revivals gone wrong? I mean, is that known to anybody in the Watchlight?
In general, once something is done, it's done. There is no rewriting it. But with what we've seen since the Shutter, magic can behave abnormally.
Do you think there's a possibility that magic might have rewritten people's memories of us?
So the bodies that they buried are not us?
That would be quite powerful magic if it would rewrite everything.
I understand, but that mishap crack was enormous and reacted more strongly than anything I've ever seen.
I
But
didn't. Yeah.
there's literal things that we haven't done yet. That's more than just memory.
True.
That's an entire, and people.
For example, Susanna, the lady that went missing, is she still missing? Was she ever found?
I'm sorry, is
Has been
this
passed
a
away.
local affair, or is this...
Yes, are you
Yeah.
not from the local Watchlight?
I'm from
City
Heaven's
Council.
Reach.
My apologies.
Ah.
Okay. We had actually found her the first day we were here originally. And if our theories are correct, then we know where to find her body.
Where is
Because
she?
we never did find her.
She's definitely dead by now.
She's in
She's
a grave
buried
with her
under
husband.
Buried with her
There's reports of flying creatures around, and we think that Mishaps made some of the angel statues come awake and
Well, we know that,
Well,
yes.
we know
and
that,
it still
yes.
is happening now.
it is, yes.
That'd be proof that it's more than just memory change.
He takes a moment,
Yeah.
and yes, that is very concerning.
I'm just now realizing he might be on a suspect list now.
He stops for a second and like mutters to himself for a short amount of time, like he's doing a spell.
Can I read his lips? Can I see what he's saying? Since I
Ooh,
haven't heard it.
You can give me a perception roll.
nice.
Alright. 15 plus whatever my perception is, Mark.
Oh,
I think
right.
it's like knowing nothing all over again.
Yeah.
Plus 4.
I think it's a
Okay.
4.
Yeah.
So
Knowing
19.
Nothing.
You
2.5.
see a little bit, like he is like clearly trying to like be a little bit discreet about this, but you get a little bit where he's like, please investigate the grave, and yeah, he looks like he's sending something off like that.
Okay. Yeah. I just wanted to see if like these lunatics need to go to the jail.
Put him into the asylum. I don't know.
And he
That's
looks back up at you. All right, we'll look into that. Make sure that it can be tended to.
Be careful, the statues are
They're dangerous.
I did inform
Yeah,
you,
they're
but be aware of that.
Okay.
Desmond, do you know if anyone was notified of our deaths?
He like opens up the two files, and one looks like it's a little thicker, and you see like some details of names of the 3 plus Japnot in one file, and then you see the other one open up, and there's some files and notes about Eleonora. Yes, we have notified known individuals to be informed of your passings.
And would I be able to speak to whoever notified my father?
I would have to look into exactly who did that.
I just like silently start looking at my file.
Okay. You like grab it and pick it up, or
Yeah, I start to. If he doesn't want me to, that's okay. But
he does not stop you. He just lets you grab onto it.
Good.
We can look into who contacted your father.
Or if there's a way I can contact him as soon as possible and hear back from him.
I mean, I can assist in taking the 4 of you anywhere you want to go.
If he didn't stop Eleonora, Davil, then try and reach out for the other file. Do you mind?
Like motions with his hand, like go ahead.
I'll open
Do I
it
have a
up.
file or no? I don't know if I have a file. 'cause
It's the
three of
one of
us.
the 3 of us.
Yep, it's the 3 of you in one, and Eleanor's in the other.
I'll look through my papers too if I can, just to kind of see. I think we're all curious.
Yeah, I'll kind of open it up for you to read as well.
Yeah, it's just got base details about your life and kind of some.
Is there any mention that we reported things in the first Heaven's Reach? Like when we were first in Heaven's Reach? Because it was Eleonora and Dav that first went to the Watchlight. So was there any talk of even going there?
So there's no mention in your guys's like the group file about Eleonora. There's nothing in there.
Yeah.
whatsoever. There is a
We didn't know her
connection
enough.
to Heaven's Reach that's in there, and to Heidi too. There's a note about a sending stone that was found at the site of your death that connected to her, and she was notified of this, and through that connection, many details were learned about you guys and who you were kind of from there. There is a little bit of information about Euphemia. There's a little bit more about Winnie. There's very little about you, Davril, as they say that
Oh,
there's
serious.
no known contacts of who can get into, known who they knew who could be informed of your passing, except for Heidi, essentially.
Yeah.
What was
Just
in
slide it
mine?
over to Winnie.
I'll look at it. Yeah.
And Eleanor, you have notes about your brother being notified, and there's like a printed out obituary that's in there that goes into detail about certain facts of who you were and stuff like that. And there is notes of a funeral that was held in Shadow Rock for you, and a burial there.
Yeah, I just
Hmm.
stare at it for a bit, and then I just like close the folder and I give it back to him.
He'll take it back and he'll put it back on the table. So, if we can confirm some of these details about what you say, this Susanna, we can definitely look into your claims. You understand our hesitancy that you may just be some sort of con man, but so far things seem to be checking out.
We good.
Whenever you feel like you're certain, can you just not inform my brother, please?
Any particular reason?
He tells everyone I'm mad. He's been causing trouble for me.
I did hear about that.
And she's not.
If you're willing to hear validity of my claims now, I'd lay them out. But
Is there anybody you would
Back.
like us to get in contact with?
no.
He like pauses for a moment, just like lingering his eyes on you. All right.
Her lip like trembles, but she just looks away. Just shakes her head.
Is there anyone else the rest of you three need just to get in contact with?
Was Heidi informed of our deaths?
She was informed of your deaths, yes. So
Do we
far,
maybe like her to know that or not?
we've not informed her of your arrival, though.
I think for now, while we're unsettling this and figuring this out, you could keep it within the watchlight and we'll decide who to tell when. Well, besides yours.
I need to make sure my dad is okay.
Yeah.
My
So
family
same besides
obviously
yours.
knows. So. Yeah, and everyone. I'll see Ernest too, but everyone who needs to know for me already knows. I think so.
Do you have anyone, sir?
No.
So just your father.
If my mentor Alexa could be contacted, that would be good too.
The partner in business in Swamp's Rest.
Mm-hmm.
We can work on that.
At some point, I was intending to pursue this investigation with Edison. I don't know if he thinks I'm dead now, but
I was able to speak to him this morning. I wanted to confirm your identity before saying more, but he has an investigation that he seems interested in speaking to you with.
okay.
Can we ask a favor though, for now? And Euphemia can tell me if you feel otherwise. Can you just leave it to Euphemia's alive and not add myself and Eleanor in that mix for now? Our deaths could keep us from the eyes of enemies for now.
Enemies. What enemies do
Potentially,
you have,
or-
Gavril?
I'm trying to figure that out. The Watchlight already knew this before, but it's hard to have proof now. So until I have proof, it's just my word against others, but I'm not an active member of the Cult of Akrol, and honestly, I was not aware of higher intentions, but there is a chance there are 2 survivors that are trying to reform it and might have bad intentions, but I don't know. So if Watchlight wants to keep an eye on that, I would assume keeping eyes in the frontier up north would be a good idea. But again, I'd ask if for now you can leave my happen chance of revival confidential to Watchlight. So in case I do ever have to go stop them, they won't know that I'm alive.
See about doing that.
What's his like like after we tell him all this information, what's his like expression? Like, does he seem like he's buying it more than he did at the beginning?
You can roll an insight roll.
Yes, please. Oh, I got a 2. No.
Can I also?
Sure.
I'd probably do better than
I
a
got
2.
a 20.
Hey.
I got a 19 plus. I think it's a 7 now.
Nice.
Oh, you're so good at insight.
So 20 shorter.
Yep. Eleanor and Euphemia, you are studying him, and he looks like he is at least entertaining the ideas that you're saying. Like, he still kind of looks like he's a little questioning, like waiting for more proof, but he's not dismissing you at this point. He seems like
Fair
he's
enough.
taking what your words are seriously enough that he's not dismissing them at this point.
Like more proof might be needed to validate it, sort of thing. Yeah.
Just, yeah. It's not like fully bought in type of a look, but it's listening to every word you're saying as if like studying them.
The triggering event of these mishap cracks was the tower in Yellowfield. Do you know much about the wizard that is there? I heard he pushes the boundaries of magic. At least that's
And
what
he's
we were
alive
told.
and well. I'm sorry.
As far as I know, he is still there practicing.
I mean, do you know anything about him?
I know he is quite adept at what he does, and keeps to himself. That's most of what I know about him.
Once those mishap cracks started forming, they formed faster and faster, in more and more places. It seemed that people were getting in a panic about it, and it felt like the world was falling apart a bit.
Unstable.
Creatures
Yeah.
were even coming out of the mishap cracks. I don't know why it didn't happen here. There must be some factor we're missing, because I don't think that happened. When did what they say the wizard died?
That would have been about 3 months ago.
Okay.
Shortly, like as we were starting our whole, a little before.
It was before, I think.
Before.
Like, way before.
It was like
A couple months, I think.
It was in the 6th month that happened.
A few months before, yeah, before all this started.
Okay.
It's about 3 months from current day.
From today, yeah.
Another thing that you should be aware of is that, well, I was alive when the group was formed.
Yeah.
And so I also joined the Horde Hunters. And during the when we tried to join a guild in Heaven's Reach, their ritual that they use, I don't know if you're aware of it. It's to sense potential in bloodlines.
Yes, I'm aware of that ritual.
So a mishap happened, and during that ritual, and it bound the four of us in a very strange, accelerated mishap potential. We could feel it.
Which still seems to be active, at least, right? It still seems to be the case.
If
Yeah.
The mishap cracks reacted to us because of that, we think. We have mishaps more than anybody I know. So we've been trying to get our hands on the ritual to see if we could figure out why that would happen, or if there's a way to dissect this or control it somehow.
reverse it.
But that may have to do with why this happened in the first place and why we're here now.
It could.
I mean, the ritual should have no effect on that. The ritual happens numerous times in a year.
It
Well,
wasn't
there's
the
a
ritual,
mishap.
it was the mishap that occurred
the
during the
mishap.
ritual.
In the,
Mishaps are
during
not
the-
necessarily tied to the spell that is cast.
That one?
A mishap is not necessarily directly connected
Oh,
as a
yes.
result of the spell cast. There is no known correlation between spell resulting in a specific type of mishap.
Still, it might be helpful to know.
I
mean,
know
we're grasping
this.
at straws at this point.
I'm familiar with this ritual. Do I have a question about it? It does not
Well,
make sense to me.
how
Well-
how does it work? I guess what are the components? Who
It-
made it?
It connects to your blood and studies your ancestry. It is a form of divination. It is meant to reveal potential within an individual.
So what if ours went like haywire, I guess, where it like exploded and
I would guess that is a mishap. But
Do you
Only
know?
because
harmless
our
spell.
blood was present that tied us together.
Do you know who made it?
I do not. It's been
I heard
around
it
for a
was
while.
unique. Do you know how long?
I do not recall.
What is the stone that they used?
I believe they get their hands on something called Omnishard.
That sounds cool.
wait, Rachel's face tells me that's something
Sorry.
I don't know what it is. I just say I don't know. To my naive ears.
Wow, an Omni Shard. Yeah, I mean, would we know? Have we ever heard of that? Or
Let Dav roll an intelligence roll. I'll let
Would I have heard of it? Because I have history.
I have history as well.
30-20.
say Dav. I'll let you roll. This would be intelligence. Winnie, you can roll intelligence roll.
Woo!
Disadvantage. And then trying to see if anybody else would.
I just got a 13, so nothing crazy.
I don't know if anybody else would have any real reason.
Okay.
I do love my
Okay.
rocks.
13.
Deb, what'd you get?
An Omni Shard.
30-20.
Dev, you would have heard of this probably in some text that you read about being a rather rare material that typically is only found in small pieces And in general, like what this is used for is it's meant to sort of replace spell components, and this can be used for any spell. Like it is a universal universal component for a material focus on a spell.
So similar to like, yeah, okay, cool.
Crouch couch!
What?
Thanks for the raid!
Speaking of which, there was some items that were found at the site of your demise. There was 17 gold recovered after expenses amongst the group. This is for you. He hands over 17 gold. Thank you, Grouch Couch, for the raid.
Thanks, Grouch Couch.
Thank you. I will also, when he gives the money, I will hand my 6 gold that my parents gave me to Eleonora and be like,
Sure.
you know, we're richer than we were before, so.
Yeah.
At some point, we need to reproportion a little bit, because if we're out on our own buying a room.
Yes.
Okay, just saying. I almost ran out. Well, that's all. Anyways, not important. Omni Shard. Recognize that. Very rare. It's usually found in small pieces, but it just replaces any sort of like spell component. Pretty rare, pretty
powerful gem.
Yeah.
Used.
It sounds expensive. Alright, so they use that, and they combine it with the spell. It's divination. Is there anything else notable about it?
Quite rare. There's not many known places that it is found, but it can be imported from certain sites like Rise.
I see.
And I know that it's different from the stone in the eye, right? It's a different stone, right?
Yeah, it's not the same stone.
Yeah. So this is, I mean, it is just our anecdote, but ever since that happened is when we've been experiencing more of the mishap frequency, which is why we were attributing it.
I mean, that was when
I'm not going to deny a possibility of a mishap happening with the ritual.
Right.
The actual ritual, though, is harmless.
Right.
Should have no effect on you.
Of course.
Correct.
Of course.
It just could have been that the components of our blood were there to tie us together in a mishap.
We've been trying to find a way to control it, but it has been quite awful. We've had our gold turn to silver. We've had things go missing. We've had
turned into a box.
And a doll.
And a doll. We've shrunk.
Time.
There's been all sorts of things that have happened.
At this point, it's risking lives because of things going wrong in trying to defend ourselves or heal others, or.
And they happen all the time.
How frequently would you say these happen?
Multiple times a day.
Depending on how much we cast magic.
I'd say half, right? Half the time maybe it's spell cast.
Well, when we're in a battle, let's say, we have 6, 7, 8 of it going off in a few seconds.
It's multiple mishaps in that time frame.
That frequency. I mean, these mishaps that you're speaking of, they do sound similar of nature to others I've heard of happening, but the
sometimes
frequency
they're beneficial.
Seems quite odd. I can look into
So
this
we were trying.
and see if I can discover anything about this.
If you could, we were trying to make contact with the Watchlight to talk about it, but they said they needed proof. But
Our worry.
That would have been Alden that we spoke to.
Yes.
And our
But
worry
he won't
is
remember
that
it.
right. And our worry is that these cracks that we saw, not all of them, but it seemed a lot of them were starting to occur. Smaller ones occurred in places we just recently had mishaps or had been at. Again, not all of them, and it's not, I don't think, directly.
Well, and the first one was not us.
Yeah.
But please do inform me if you run into any more of these cracks, as we would like to look into them.
Yes. Don't touch them. I'll just say that now, just in case. Someone apparently tried to touch them, they were incinerated.
Well, even if you get too close,
they could
that's
be.
how we got. Even we got within a few feet, and that's how we ended up here.
This-
So they're very dangerous.
This energy is a fusing or thread fusing of all of the schools of magic at once, but it's weird when you try to lock on, you can and cannot at the same time identify them. It's mind-boggling.
I will take that information and hope that if anything does happen, you will let me know, or someone will, and we can look into this.
Is there a way we can contact you?
I mean, we are present in most cities.
Just pass along a message that way.
Get one of those coins, because I mean that way it's a little quicker.
He hands a coin over.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You're not touching it.
He's not?
Nope. He's learned a use for having other people have magic items on him.
Oh, yeah! I'll take it. Oh, my gosh.
So funny.
Alden, I don't know if you would know this, but
Not all of them.
do you have any thought of... Or, sorry, his name isn't Alden.
Desmond.
What's Desmond. I was thinking about Alden because we were just talking about
I know.
him. Desmond, I'm not sure if you would have any theories on this, but do you think would we have been judged in the afterlife sort of thing by Ismaida? Like after death? If now we're alive.
You died, you should be. That is...
We could talk.
What?
It's very strange. Go
I
ahead.
wonder if we could talk to a cleric of Ismaida and ask.
That may be a bit of an issue, as deities are currently not able to be contacted. It's very similar to the days of the Shudder when they lost their powers, but instead of losing their powers now, it's just only the contact. They still are able to use their spells.
What? They're not... Since when?
This happened a couple months ago. A few months ago.
All right, well, that was different. Because I was trying to investigate the state of my husband. So I went to an Ismaida temple. A week ago? And they talked to Ismaida. They relayed a message back.
I
To
don't
me.
see how that would be possible.
It was. I mean, so...
Or did this happen before we were dead then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So when was the exact time that stopped?
Yeah.
Started to happen?
The exact date would have been, I believe it was 6:15.
What was the
this
date
year.
of the tower? Or I'll look at them and be like, what was the date that the tower?
I don't know if we had an exact date.
Well, he would.
We have a date.
Oh,
It would've-
yeah, no, he wouldn't.
No, he would
Well, we
not.
just said, though,
Check your
that it would
files, duh.
it would have been around
We-
a similar
we-
time. We just said.
Yeah.
3 months ago.
Yeah.
Oh.
Interesting.
So something switched then, because there's
Well-
no mishap cracks here, but gods cannot be contacted.
Can you clarify
God
what
can
you
be
were
con-
saying? Because you said they couldn't be contacted, but you said something about their spells are still working.
Clerics and the like.
Different individuals who gain their powers from other beings are still able to access them. They have no contact with them, though, at the current point. And at this time, we are unable to leave the plane.
Oh,
Oh,
that's very different.
That is alarming. So,
Interesting.
is it like the plane is locked down or something?
Perhaps.
Yes, that was not how it was. For us. Something major has shifted here, and I don't know what it is.
So how does that work with like the magical, like the storefront, the guy that has like different realms he walks through? Just come to us.
Oh, the magic
Is he locked?
box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is currently not active. It is closed up.
Wha-
What? No, we went there all the time. We spoke with Hawks and his assistant Eden and everything.
It's been closed ever since that day.
Like magical, like pocket dimensions and things of that nature.
So something changed.
This might be a strange thing to bring up. But have you heard of the Sepulchre?
I've heard rumors of a place like that.
Well, we were targeted by the owner of the Sepulchre. And we were told that it was almost in a different dimension attached to this plane, so I didn't know if that also counted for not being able to leave or not.
I guess it depends on the nature of its connection.
But you haven't heard anything.
Not recently. But it's mostly rumors I hear about. Up in the Northport region.
Oh, it's specifically from Northport?
That's where the rumors I heard of came from.
All right. So, do you have?
what a-
Does your people? I'm sorry.
Thank God.
Do your people have any theories on what's going on with this? No contact,
We are
no travel.
we assume it's related to the shutter and the effect that it's had on our world. It is very similar to those days. Just fortunately, we still do have our magic.
Grastrom, is he still alive?
Yes.
And the other three are still gone.
Yes.
Good starting point. I mean, if he's someone that helped create this place, wouldn't he want to know about our occurrings?
Perhaps I can see if I can meet with him.
If something else is going on here, I think being aware, even if we don't understand it, maybe there's a way we can connect all the dots somehow.
I'm also curious if this has happened to anybody else. Or if it's just us four. Some sort of loop that's being occurred because we're being locked down from leaving the plane, right?
We will have much to look into, I guess. This is all quite strange. And out of nowhere. We don't have much to go off of.
Obviously, doing your due diligence in your job, you're going to have to try and find ways to validate our words. Is there anything that you feel like you need access to or evidence from? Anything that we might be able to help provide to bring validation to our words?
Well, the first thing that that we are looking into is going to be Susanna that you mentioned. Let's see if we can validate that. From there, we'll see what we come to.
And I know you're nervous, but your nails on the table are a little distracting.
I'm sorry. Stop drumming my fingers.
Sorry, you were the one that told me it wasn't polite to do it at the table.
Of course.
Oof. Yeah, actually, speaking of that, if those gargoyles or the angel statues are still up, we'd like to help take care of that, since we did last time.
Perhaps I did send a team over there. They would likely be dealing with it if it's already, or if they are encountering something of danger.
They're powerful. We don't want anyone else hurt on our behalf.
I sent individuals who are capable because you mentioned the threat.
Thank you.
Good. Good.
Is there anything else that you have that's helpful? As he holds his hand out for the file that you guys have.
I think we told you everything that we know as of now. If you want more specific details on where the mishap cracks were or anything like that, we can provide it.
Well,
and I don't know if you're willing to take my concerns seriously that I was trying to lay out before I died. But something very bad is going on in Shadow Rock as well. And I've been slowly gathering information.
Bad in what way?
Something is possessing my brother to abuse my employees, to mine and mine and mine, no matter who's hurt. And we think that the discoveries we had as we were kind of poking around it seems like memory modification or some sort of magic like that might be affecting things.
As you're talking, he leans forward to the file of you that's on the table and begins to open it up and flip through it. And as he's flipping through it, this would be Euphemia with your passive. As flipping through, you look down and you see a bunch of information. You see a picture of her brother. You see some pages about information about the mine. As she's going through, you see a flash image of a young boy with curly dark hair as she's flipping through that you do not recognize, but she goes past it and continues to flip through. Well, interesting. We can definitely look into this.
If you could, I've been trying to get more information, but I can't go back. And I'm very worried.
And she'll flip back a little bit, or he'll flip back a little bit. You worried about him? And goes back to the image of the young boy and points to him.
Can I just look at Eleanor's face since I already saw the picture? What's her expression like?
You see, I don't know, I don't know if she saw the picture before, Mark. I kind of wonder if I just kind of flipped through really fast.
Yeah, it was kind of like almost stapled or attached paperclip to the back of a page. So it's.
I feel like I read the obituary and I was so overwhelmed I just shut it and I didn't really like look at anything else. So like the picture, like she looks at it and like her face just goes like paler than normal and her eyes just like fill with tears. And she just puts her hand in her head and she just starts like weeping, like almost hysterically. Like you probably never seen her lose it like that in public before.
He puts the file down. Can I look at it?
I mean, the file's on the table, and he like flipped back the page with the young boy on it.
Can I look at the obituary, I guess, and see?
I mean, you have to take the file from him, but...
Okay, I thought you put it down. Sorry, I thought I was confused.
Like upside down from you, sort of thing, like you're on the other.
Okay.
He's like looking at it on the table right now, and like pointing to the image of this young boy.
Okay.
But... And he kind of like scans the room, and takes in a little bit of confusion, at least from some of you, probably. Her son.
I'll look at Lenore.
She just cries harder, like at the front.
Oh no.
Is this, did you always have a son? Is this always? I mean.
She's just crying. I don't know.
I think Dad just puts a hand on Winnie's.
I was just
hand
gonna
right
say, I'm digging through my bag to see if I can find like a scrap of something. I'm just gonna hand you like a handkerchief of some kind, like a scrap of cloth.
I just
Well,
gotta
I'll
take
just
it like
press
put
it in
it
your
in
hand.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll close up the file and take it back with the other one. I'm sorry that I've brought up such intense emotions today. Perhaps I will leave you for now and wait a moment to validate a few things. Reach out to some contacts. We can be in touch later on.
If there's any way you can hear back from my father after you contact him.
I can work to see about getting that connection. At some point, I don't know when, but I can work on it.
Thank you.
Anything else you need before I go?
Thank you for your time.
As he gets up, collecting the different items to put them in like a bag he has, he walks over and like kind of puts a hand on your back, Eleanor, and just like rubs it. Then slowly walks towards the door.
It's nice. Yeah.
Is it not that, I mean, again, I don't know if it's indifferent. Now that, like, I mean, obviously I'm kind of in shock because I know what it is. But does he seem like, because of our reactions and stuff, that he's like believing it more than when he came in? Like, as he's leaving, does he seem like he's...
Give me another insight again with disadvantage, but...
Yeah. Oh, not bad. 14.
Okay. I mean, it's probably about the same as what you're expecting.
Okay. Just curious.
He begins to head out. Gives a quick like nod back to you guys as a group as he closes the door.
Eleanor's still weeping.
Yeah, she hasn't like, she's barely moved. She just looks like she's so like overcome with emotion. And I would think you guys would almost get the sense of like, this has been bottled up for so long. It's just like pouring out of her like a flood, like.
Dad's gonna get up and just lean down to Euphemia and be like, I'll give her some time, but let us know when everyone's ready to talk. And he's gonna walk out.
I think Winnie would probably come over and like see if she is responding to comfort or if she wants to be left alone. Like, I'll just kind of try and suss it out.
I mean, now that it's out in the open, I don't know. I'm not sure like what she would feel like she needs at the moment.
You probably just sit by and just be like a again, like sort of like a back rub, but then you're kind of just sitting there. And then she'd probably go and get like tissue, just do like stuff that she's kind of like
Sweet.
nervous about what to do, but also like trying to help, but also doesn't want to like crowd her or anything. So trying to respond to like any sort of nonverbal cues that she's giving.
Or hot teacups to show up in random places too,
Yeah.
whatever. she's ready.
I was just gonna say I was gonna go make tea, in the kitchen.
Yeah, I think eventually, I mean, obviously, eventually she would kind of like, the tears would stop after a while.
Yeah, there's a point too when Rosella will kind of poke her head out and just be like, "Is the meeting over?" Oh no, dear. And she goes and she like goes to help gather some stuff for food too.
Uh-huh.
Let me get some things prepared, and she goes and grabs some baked goods and things like that.
Okay.
But as you guys, yeah.
Oh.
Go for
Well,
it.
no, I feel like I just don't know what she would say unless someone says something to her. It's not like she doesn't want to talk, but like,
I guess maybe Winnie would just like finally be like, if she's not seeming cold or like she just wants to be left
she
alone.
doesn't seem cold. She just seems broken. I don't really know.
Okay. I guess Winnie would just ask like really quietly, like, is the son only in this world, or did you have him in the other one too?
I like silently kind of like my head has been in my hands the whole time, and I kind of like stir like when you say something to me, and I just like pull out my bag with my book like that I'd started almost like a new sketchbook in the back of my patron notebook, and I just put it on the table and I like turn my like to the back, and you see at least like 4 or 5 sketch pages, and like there's some of Alexander and there's some of like you can see of Arthur, and like there's a few things, but you see like sketch after sketch after sketch of this kid. You know, it's stuff of him really little, it's stuff of her holding him, it's stuff of her reading with him, it's stuff of all these memories it seems like she has of him.
Is he alive?
I think so.
Does your brother have him? Okay. Got it. And with that, I think she would probably not ask any more questions, just more like knowing that like that's why she was so hell bent on getting, you know, it's like I was like, oh, your brother's like, I mean, he's a turd. But, yeah, because before she's thinking like, yeah, he sucks, but like he's kind of doing his own, like, workers' rights and stuff. But also like, it's not necessarily burden to like go right now.
That's kind of been the intention. It's almost like it's almost not supposed to quite make sense why she gets so upset about it, and like it's the missing puzzle piece of.
Apparently, because her whole thing before was like letting Alexander self-destruct kind of on his own. I don't know, but yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I don't think Winnie would say anything else.
Yeah, she just says. His name is Julian.
I'm sorry. I'll probably just sit there with Eleanor and then again, unless she kind of reads like the fact that she wants to be alone, or if she seems like needs time or whatever. But she'll probably just sit there with her.
I think the only thing she'd say after is like just really quietly, I think she'd just say like, I'm sorry I didn't say anything. I just didn't know how to talk about it.
Stand.
You don't have to be sorry. We'll help him, I promise. We'll do everything we can to help him. In all the worlds that we have.
He thinks I'm dead now. He went to my funeral.
I know that would be really hard for him, but it might end up actually helping him if Alexander thinks you're dead too.
That's why
we can maybe surprise him. Yeah. It might actually not be a good thing. I don't want to say that, but it could be advantageous to us.
It could be the best way for things to work out, even if they're immeasurably bad right now.
Even if... I mean, I agree with you that it's been 2 years of not having a mother, of not having a father, 2 years of memories gone, 2 years of no support, and now on top of it, he thinks, I mean, he might think I left him.
This may not help at all, but Alexander again may have been telling him lots of things that you can't control since and you're alive. I mean, you're here and we're able to help him eventually.
When I left, I made Perceiva promise to look after him and to not let him near Alexander. And she promised. So he may be unscathed from him. I don't know. But
you don't think she's compromised, I guess, right?
No, I think she is. I
think
she is. So I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know. But the more time goes on, the more he's there. I need him out. I just don't know where to take him anymore. I thought maybe I could take him to Idgen. But now we don't know Idgen. I'm out of options.
Well, we could know Idgen again.
We could.
Every time I try and I gain ground, it's gone. He doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve what he was given.
We can gain ground again, Eleanor. I promise we can. I know that this is a setback, definitely, but we know Igan exists now and we can go find him. We know certain things that might happen and maybe use them to our advantage. We can go help him. I know that we're not amazing at things right now, but we're only getting stronger. And now Alexander thinks you're dead, and that might be a good thing. We'll find a place for him, I promise. Even if we need to make new contacts or find people who can help us.
Knowing now in another place that this has come up in front of Watchlight could be one of the best things that has happened too, because maybe they'll finally take you seriously.
It's very true.
There's connections there maybe that could happen in the future.
What if a mishap does this again?
Yeah.
What if any ground we gain is just lost?
Well, the thing that made this happen was us going near the cracks. If we avoid them, we may need to avoid them.
How do we even know this is the right place? What if we're in the wrong place? I don't know.
You might be.
But I mean, I appreciate you wanting to help him. He is my everything.
Either way, we know he's alive in this realm. So if we can help him in this realm, we should, if we can.
Well, if he's here, we'll help him.
Yeah.
That seems like a given.
And we'll avoid cracks from now on if they do happen again. But we have to not get near them. I do have a thought though, and I don't know if you said you thought it was a demon that was affecting Alexander, right? Some sort of
I don't know what
demon.
it is. I'm not sure.
If entities are having trouble getting to people, do you think maybe it's either stuck here or stuck away from him? Or I don't know if maybe they work the same, but he might be in a weakened state if he's not able to communicate with his deity, if it is a deity.
I don't even know if it's a deity. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't know what it was. I think the only theory we came up with was that it was a mishap that somehow made it worse or something.
If he is being controlled by something, though, it may have been affected by all this. Maybe not, but it's a thought.
It could have changed something.
As you guys kind of sit in the fields for a little while, various things brought to you for comfort. There was a knock on the door for about like an hour or so after Desmond left, and your mother answers it. Oh, okay, yes. And she puts a sack of something on the table, and says, "This is supposed to be yours, I guess, for reporting about Susanna Wynn. It's from their family as a reward for answering their questions about what happened to her."
That's the same money that we got the first time.
Yeah, how much is it? Is it?
You go over and count it up, and it's 500 gold.
Oh my god. I guess okay, who's the person who delivered it? Are they from Watchlight?
It was from the Watchlight, yes.
I will look and be like, did they see anything? Any
Oh, they're gone.
I mean-
This was the mom who grabbed the bag and put it on the table.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She says yes, it was from the
I
Watchlight,
guess
though.
Did
Okay.
they say she was found then?
They said that they found her body.
Does the mom seem like she didn't hear any of this, did she? Or my mom? She didn't hear that, yeah, never mind. I didn't know she heard what we had said about any of this, but I think she was out of the room. So never mind.
You were about 95% sure your mom was eavesdropping on the conversation.
Did she seem kind of like, since the Watchlight's obviously kind of taking it seriously about money for this, is she kind of like seeming more convinced? Like, I kind of just want to see if.
You can roll an insight if you'd like to. Anybody can.
Sorry, I keep inciting.
Go for it.
I will.
I rolled bad, so I don't know. I rolled a 5.
I still have an advantage die, right?
You do have an advantage die, yes.
I'll just use that.
Go
Why
for it.
not?
Wow, that wasn't that much better. It would be 15. 15.
15 on the
Better than
die.
5, though.
No, it was 8 on the die, so 15 total.
Okay, 15 total, yeah. Alright. I mean, you can see a general sense of being impressed with the amount of gold that you just brought in today. So,
I will actually give my mom her 6 gold back and be like, "Oh, thank you for the gold earlier. I think we can.
keep it.
We have
Darling.
a.
Keep it.
Oh. Okay, thank you. I'll give it to Eleanor, and I will. I guess since Dav had said that he wanted to have some, I'll give us maybe each like 5 gold and give the rest to Eleanor, just so we have some for emergencies, I guess. But because obviously I don't want to make her dole it out if she's obviously in a place to do that. So I'll just, but I will just like give it, like I'll just put it by you, but I'm not gonna like do anything with it. Like at the moment, we can just kind of keep it there.
Well, we've been kind of sitting there for a while. She seems to have at
Okay.
least stirred a little bit.
Okay.
So, like, kind of starts adjusting her hair and looking very self-conscious that she lost her mind in front of everybody. So, but yeah, she'll just go. Where's Davril?
He went out. I can go find him if you want, or we can take a little walk if you want some fresh air.
We should divide everything that we have.
Do you want me to go find him? I can just go find him if you need some time.
I mean, we can go for now. Or we need to come up with a plan, whatever we do. So if bringing him here, we'll do that, and maybe we need to do that.
Sure. I can go get him.
Sure. I'll start dividing this up.
So as you guys work to reconnect, get all back together, Dav, are you off doing something specific, or are you just kind of wandering?
Yeah, so he's not going too far, enough that like they wouldn't hear him in the house, but and remind me, because memory doesn't serve me well, how close are we to like a wood line?
You are fairly far where you are currently. You'd have to travel towards like the dangerous forest, which is opposite side of town, if you wanted to get there.
Didn't we have like Ernest have like fighting dummies?
Yeah, there's
here.
practice dummies around if you want to.
Then he would have made his way to those. Just in silence, like he's not even disturbing anyone, but just like he's dropping his book to the pages of the blade singing move, and then he's just starting to slowly practice punching quicker and quicker, and like fueling his both shock and then also like reinvigorated desire to help everyone into like training earnestly to get more and more powerful and to fight. And so he's like angrily hitting this dummy, and eventually he's like stripping off the scale armor and is kind of just training with some of the leather armor, like even like shirtless or whatever. But halfway through, in this kind of rage, he's just in his mind trying to reach out to death. Like each punch, just be like, where are you? And just trying to almost like yell at him for like abandoning her. Which I would assume he doesn't hear anything back, of course.
Nope.
And then around probably the end of the hour, when that fails and he's getting even more frustrated, he turns to that one word that he heard with the stone. He's going to focus on whatever connection could be, whatever connection was there on the other end of the stone, and start repeating that word internally and seeing if it does anything, like with each punch.
Okay.
So by the time Euphemia does find him, he's exhausted and just sweating and just done.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, you guys work on getting back together and can divvy up stuff at that point. But we're going to end our session there and call that a night. Lots of emotions for sure today. But yeah, thanks for joining us tonight, everybody. This was a lot and definitely a big reveal this evening. So we will end there, call it for the night, and we'll sign off on a recording, and then we'll raid somebody. So thank you for watching. Love you so much.